Nicely. Brownstone Powwow. Y'all know me, man. I don't usually run panels like on Wednesdays, but I think I'm gonna get into that schedule. I'm gonna just run panels at the latter part of the week at random. So it might increase from Wednesday to Sunday instead of Thursday to Sunday. Doesn't need explaining, but it is what it is. Shout outs to my people in the chat, Culture Invasion Podcast, Raphael, Money 420, Mitchell, Cynical One, Hurykane JW, Wacky World of OTV. What up to the peeps? Hold on, I got a couple of things. Hey, bro, Check this out, bro. Shout out to Hurykane JW, man. Dope ass panel I was on with you last night. You actually sparked the conversation about the whole AI Timberland business. I'm still gonna be doing content, dropping content on that soon enough. Not today, it'll be tomorrow. But I would just say this, bro. It's all love, bro. I support whoever. You feel what I'm saying? It's much love. You know what I mean? Especially if I was to ever get, no, not even say ever. I put this into existence. Especially when I get like past 1K subs, and I'm up to like maybe like 5K, 6K, or 10K. This long ass journey on YouTube. Brody, like it's always gonna be love. I don't want to switch up just because I got more subscribers than everybody. I know that's not really important, but I don't like to switch up. I like to still be me. You know what I mean? So who else? Yeah, man. 963 subs. I'm on my way there. YouTube be playing with my algorithm though. They be fucking around and they just be playing with me like they don't want me to win. They be like, yeah, you know, we want to ensure you that you get monetized and you make your channel great. But it's just like, yo, y'all don't really be trying to support a brother, yo. Give me my 1,000. Give me my Powwow, because my content speaks for itself. Stop playing with the gods. So Thomas Veteran. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. It's a lot on my mind that I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna obviously drop the link. I'm not gonna even like. I need to just. Yeah, we around the same perimeter, Brody. 938, 963. So you know what I'm saying? It's just doing a lot of fucking content. And I was gonna even say anything, but Hurykane JW, just keep this on the mind. We could do a collabo together on music. I'm just saying. Just saying. I think I'm in the spirit of rhyming again. Spit a minute and making beats again. I'm in the spirit. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. So I will sell out, spread lies to make YouTube and house niggas feel good. Y'all gain thousands of subs that way. Yo, word. Yo, Wacky, I don't know if you paid attention, but Manosphere niggas, we went over to BGS shit. What up, New York native? We went over to BGS shit the other night. May was there, and we was asking questions like, why do you dudes keep talking about women? And why you keep talking about the gynocracy? Why you don't talk about how men need improvement, especially it being Men's Mental Health Awareness Month? Sons was sitting up there talking bullshit in the chat. They were sitting up there talking about, yo, Bronzebird is a troll. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I'm a troll. But like at the same time, what I'm saying is factual. Y'all dudes can't even have a proper conversation with a woman. You'd be like, are you a working class woman? Shout outs to May the Alchemist. I saw that. And then shout outs to MOT. MOT was sitting up there putting in work. But I was in a chat. And can you believe it was some dickhead in the chat threatening me? This motherfucker threatened me. Oh, no problem, Brody. I think I just got the text. Nah, but I was saying, like, some motherfucker threatened me. He was like, yeah, I'm in New York City too. If you want to meet up, we meet up. I said, why would I want to meet you, Brody? Just because of something I said in the chat? Does my words offend you? Like, why are you in your fifis? Just because I'm spitting facts about you clowns having circle jerk panels about some dude named Passport Bro or some shit, Passport Bro United, something like that. He was like, yeah, I'm in the, I'll be your, what he said, some dumb shit. I forgot what the fuck he said, but he was just like, he was like, yeah, I'm in New York City too. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck that mean? Yeah, I'm in New York, fool. Like, you know, shit is crazy. Like you going, why would I meet up with you based off of something I said in the chat, even if I'm trolling? No, bro. We keep it real over here. We understand there's no disrespect to the LGBTQ community, but the dude was a weirdo. So I'm going to talk about we can meet up and we can chat on Grand Concourse. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is weird. Y'all weirdos. So whatever, I'm a troll and I own it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? So shit was crazy, but I enjoyed being in that chat that night because they was like, remove him. Yo, get these trolls out of the chat. He's a simp. Bronzebird is a simp. I was like, yo. And that reminds me of the topic I want to talk about. I want to talk about two topics tonight before I drop this link. The first topic I want to talk about is I believe the man and his wife that got murdered by some guy in some sector called the Las Vegas sector, the Vegas sector. I don't know what the fuck it is. I kind of want to talk about ICE too. I'm not going to lie, but there's something else on my plate that was on my mind. But I wanted to talk about that first because, you know, we have our own little sectors on YouTube. You know, there's certain sectors I never want to go to. So, like, for instance, I don't like the Mo3 sector and I don't like the beef sector. I don't like them. I don't want to be there. I don't fuck with them. Yeah, I like Culture Invasion Podcast. If you could tell me about that shit really quickly once I drop the link, let me know what they're about. Because I don't know nothing about the Vegas sector. I know nothing about them. All right, let me tell you this. I'm gonna get to my point. I'm gonna try to land my plane. Yeah, I don't like the Mode 3 sector. I don't like the beef sector. I don't fuck with them. Even though I'm a troll, it's like I remember niggas came on this panel, and I'm not gonna name names. Niggas came on this panel and started looking for my information, all because they like the same girl that we liked. I like some girl, he liked the same girl that I liked. And I'm just like, yo, fam, really gonna try to look for my information because we like the same girl. Like, that's some stupid shit. And so I was just like, bro, that's dumb as fuck. But like, I don't like the beef sector. If the Vegas is related to the beef sector, I do not like the beef sector. I will never be there. Even as a troll, I like, bro, I stand back. I'll be like, that's something I don't want to fuck with. So basically, if y'all didn't understand the story, there's a sector, the Vegas sector, or I guess it's a beef sector. Two people have a channel, husband and wife. They got kids. And basically, I guess, yeah, what, like, the fam wanted my info because we like the same girl. And I'm just like, yo, this is some clownish shit. Like, bro, like, so what if we like the same girl, nigga? Like, so? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like, but anyway, let me get to my point. Husband and wife have a YouTube channel, had a YouTube channel, and it was something about how they were striking down on channels or striking, or I don't know how it went. I guess the other guy who was a suspect strike their channel and their channel got deleted or whatever. So they decided to start a new channel, whatever. So they started a new channel. They started getting more subs, started getting more people on their channels. And I guess it was like some IRL streams that they was doing. And Son didn't like that. So he made some threats. There was some things that was said, some words that was exchanged. And all of a sudden, while they're doing a video out in Vegas on the boardwalk, he pulls up, things get heated, and he shot the husband and I guess the wife, killed both of them at night, all because of some striking campaigns that was on their channel. I'm gonna be serious with y'all for a minute because, you know, even though, you know, we get out of pocket sometimes, and, you know, we say shit we don't mean. I'm guilty of it. I've sat up there and said, I'll smack the shit out you. I'll slap you. I'll punch you in your fucking face. I've said things like that. I will be courageous enough to say that I've said it even recently, Brody. I've said it recently. And I know for sure that I was not looking to fight these people. I've gotten pissed off to a point. Motherfuckers really try to look for my information and talk about they looking for me. And all I ever said to people was, if you really feel compelled to, come and see me then. I'm not afraid of y'all. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. Y'all don't scare me. So even with that, even with me saying all that shit, I'm being serious. Hey, Christine. Hey, Bronze Flat Power God. Hold on. What did you say, Christine? Not really here playing wiffle ball. Not in summers. Had to stop by. Thank you for stopping by, Christine. You know I always appreciate it. But in serious note, though, like, regardless if we talk shit, internet beefs, I never really think to take seriously. I just like trolling the fuck out of people and getting them angry. Even that could be dangerous. But it's like, I don't overlook what I do. I know that I say things and I get under people's skins. I've done it before. I've done it 1,000 times. Like, people have tried me and like look for my information, whether it's real or fake. They've did it. They've done stupid shit. They've done things to get under my skin and try to get at me. And I just be like, I'm not going nowhere off of YouTube. I'm not going nowhere. This page is going to be around for a while. Bronzebird, you're going to know about Bronzebird if you have an understanding on your algorithm. But then even with that, no one should lose their life over some striking campaigns on people's channels. You just be mad. You be like, yo, you fucked up my bag and start a new channel. You know what I'm saying? It should never get to a point you ready to murk somebody because of that. Now, these two people got to lose their life and they got their kids behind them because of you. and you want to risk your life in jail because of some YouTube shit. And this goes beyond just that incident. It's really like gang members out here and regular everyday folks who's really trying to murk somebody in real life. And you just, and you know, just like no matter how mad somebody gets you, it's not a good look, fam. It's not a good look, man. Like you used a firearm on them people and it just wasn't necessary. So that, I mean, that's all I have to say on that. I don't really have anything else to say. It's just like, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going to put out the precaution, be careful, because there are some psychotic people who have access to Wi-Fi, aka YouTube, and because of the app through StreamYard, which I'm pretty sure it did come through StreamYard. Like, be careful, y'all. I'm even saying that from, yeah, Christine, I know I found out, she told her, I heard about that story yesterday, Christine, Summer told me about it. I remember listening to that story. The only thing that happened to me is people was like, oh, I have Bronzebird real information. I know him and da-da-da-da and blah, blah, blah. You better hope I don't find you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck did you really do to me? Even these attempts at doxing Bronzebird, like I've gotten threats before. Some goofy ass clown from overseas sat up there and talked about, oh, I'll have people show up at your door and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bitch, you ain't gonna do shit your damn self. You can't even come on a flight over to America to harm me, motherfucker. What the fuck you gonna do sending motherfuckers out to my house over some shit that we have a conversation because you in your bag, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. And look, listen, my thing about it at the end of the day is I'm not afraid. Like, I'm just not. But even with that, protect yourself at all times. But it's not necessary. Somebody set up there and strike your channel, get mad, make a new channel, have backup channels. It's really not that serious. A lot of people be letting this YouTube shit get to their head. And it's like, yo, y'all need to relax. Y'all really do need to relax. It's really not that serious. I understand you get a little bit mad if somebody fucked up your bag, but like, Brody, it ain't worth pulling out a gun and trying to look for somebody and just trying to murk them and unalive them. Stop that shit. Y'all need to get a grip. Enjoy your time on YouTube. Let's relax. So I'll kind of apologize for like, no, I'm not apologizing. All I'm gonna say is I just chill. That situation didn't really change me. I'm still gonna be a troll, but it's just like, you know, I look at certain things and I just be like, people are really stupid and people really need to control themselves. So let me move on to the second topic. I'm gonna shout out Hurykane for this. The whole thing about AI and Timberland and Lupe fiasco. Thank you, Hurykane, for that. Yeah, they can't separate reality. They really can't. And the thing about it is that we have, what I always think about when it comes to the YouTube or anything else that we deal with is, that's why I hate when people say, oh, it's just the internet. No, people really put their emotions into this shit. Let's really be real. People really put their emotions into this shit. Let's not lie like we haven't all put our emotions into this. Y'all can talk about it's the internet all you want. Someone get on your nerves and they doing some shit and they saying some stuff about you that ain't true, or they doxing you, or they pissing you off. You really be having emotions behind that shit. Let's keep it real. Even content creators, you know you can't stand them, but when you back up, be like, yo, they just a content creator. I know plenty of people that do not like me. They be like, oh, I don't like Bronzebird. Bronzebird is this, Bronzebird is that. I can't stand Bronzebird. I know it. I know there's certain people who do not like me. But at the same time, like, don't sit here and tell me it's just the internet, because people really do have riled up emotions. And again, there is no check on creating a Google account to have a channel. There's no criminal backgrounds on having a channel. You don't need to. You just make a Google account and bam, you make a channel. Either you're going to create content and that's strictly going to be your thing, or you're going to create content and you're going to have a live stream, or you'll just be that person that's going to have a live stream. What's up, HNM? You know what I'm saying? So it's ultimately up to you. But all I'm saying is you're dealing with all different walks of life when you sit up there and you hit that button and you decide to do a live and you decide to get in these sectors. Like I said, I do not fuck with the beef sector. I don't like them. I tried to go in there because I was cool with somebody and we was on the same page and wavelength, but I do not like the beef sector. And I don't like the Mo3 sector. You couldn't pay me to be there. Even if when I get monetized, I am never going over there. They're welcome to come to my page, but if they start that shit where they think they're going to use the Brownstone Powwow as one of their little hangout spots for the beef sector, fuck no. I'm not dealing with it. So let's just move on. The Timberland and the Lupe Fiasco situation about the whole AI thing. I'm going to say this. Y'all need to be prepped. Y'all be mad at Timberland. I'm not going to give so much of a big opinion on it, but I'm going to just say this. They was already going to do something about this AI shit. Let's just say that. I can't fuck with AI half of the time because they fuck up the pictures. It be to a point that it looks good. The animations and everything looks good. But at the same time, you can tell it's AI. Now, they want to make it believable and all these different things. But at the same time, some of these content creators, when they have thumbnails, are fucking lazy when they have their AI pictures. I'm telling you, it's annoying. I watched this guy named Cash Jordan, and you could tell his pictures is AI. You could tell. Because there was even one picture where they were supposed to have police in the subway station as a thumbnail. And how the hell you got cops sitting on top of train tracks, floating on a platform? I'm going to just say this to Cash Jordan. I got 963 subs because more than likely he's not paying attention to me. But you need to improve on those goddamn AI thumbnails, my friend. Them shits look bad. But moving on to this shit about Timberland and the whole AI thing, 4-hour lives on it and all this other stuff. Let me tell you this. When it comes to the music industry, they're moving towards digitizing it anyway. Y'all can be mad about Timberland having an AI thing, but let me tell y'all something. When y'all had the whole entire thing about auto-tune, that was the first straw of having AI, because AI and auto-tune was about you being able to manipulate your voice in order to have this new profound computerized version of yourself while you're singing or rapping. And nowadays, because you rap artists out there tend to rap the same and sing the same, that's AI. Let's not get it twisted. It's AI. So Timberland coming out with this artist named Tata and having this whole entire thing and creating this new genre called, what is it? This new genre, what is it? A-pop or whatever the fuck it is? Like, that whole entire thing is off the backs of K-pop, which is the same thing of black R&B and hip-hop. So you are taking a genre that's already being featured, K-pop, by Koreans. Koreans get their inspiration from us. Then it reels around an AI version calling it A-pop. AI, say whatever the fuck you want about it. They were going to create profiles anyway. They were going to create artists and all these different things because the music industry is lazy. They don't want to deal with artists like artist development anymore. They don't want to deal with the fact of the matter. You have to put in all these loans and all this money into this artist, and you have to have them sing the songs that you want them to sing the songs. Now it's a quick cut out the middleman, be able to use a fictional character, build a profile behind it, and boom, that's the slot machine for music. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Little Miquela. If you want to know about AI in its first form, in the first forms, check out Lil Miquela. Just telling you. And the last thing, before I drop this link, the LA riots, that shit that's going out there in LA, I'm just going to leave you with this. I want you guys to understand, if they're on the whole entire thing of trying to get these illegals out, so they say, because of the Trump administration, you're going to be affected by your First and Second Amendments. Why do I say that? Because the fact of the matter is, if they're searching for these supposed criminals, they're looking into the databases and looking to the computer systems, all their searches, all their history, all their cookies, and all that different things. It's going to be the same thing with you as an American citizen. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all thought Kamala Harris administration and the rest of them and Biden was doing some fuck shit when it came to looking at your searches on what the hell you into and everything on YouTube and all that other stuff? So is it with the Trump administration. It's going to be phrased as it's helping out to deter these illegals that live in America, but they're going to get your ass too. Best and believe that. I'm already fucked. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm just saying that. I'm going to drop the link. That's all I have to say. I'm just saying, it's like the madness in this world. I'm already still not paying attention to tariffs. I have to do research. I'm looking at these different things. Of course, it's going to go in like the whole content or whatever, but I'm just saying there's a lot of things that's going on. I don't know. I'm just saying, but hit that link. Chat with your boy, because it's just, I was watching it the other day and I'm just like, as much stuff as they do with the riots and stuff like that, bro, like it's an uproar. And I seen like a newscaster that got shot. Let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry. I seen a newscaster that got shot by one of the cops with a rubber bullet. Hold on. I'm sorry. As usual. Hold on for 1 sec. Hold up. Just gotta pin the link. I bet. So Raphael says, FYI, DHS is bottlenecking the majority of the illegal immigrants. Pretty sure of it, Raphael. But the migrants, my fault. But this is what I never understood about the whole entire thing. America says, let's put in the migrants. Let's put in migrants. Let's bring in the migrants. Cash, cow, whatever, and stuff like that. Because you have to spend billions upon billions of dollars, maybe even just millions, and millions of dollars importing these migrants. That goes the way it does. That happens. They get into these sanctuary cities, and the mayors of the cities is against their own volition. Some of them, namely Eric Adams. Eric Adams didn't want it. Afterwards, he's flip-floppy. I'm just telling you that. Then you get these migrants in the city. These migrants don't got no places to go. They're packed in like sardines into these shelters. And then once they get out, they're still trying to struggle. They're still trying to get a job and blah, blah, blah. Then on top of that, while these migrants is here, they figured, yo, I got to hustle the way I have to hustle. Now, the fact of the matter is you have these migrants selling fruits and selling cookies and snacks on the streets, trying to provide for themselves. You even seeing Mexican moms sitting up there having babies attached to them while they're selling their shit. So you get that happens. The police regulate. Yo, y'all can't be doing it. It's illegal. Get this out of here. Confiscate and seize their whole entire operation. Say it's illegal. Boom, that happens. Trump gets in, sit up there and say, you illegals is out of here. You migrants is out of here. At the same time, at the flip-floppy point of the matter, you have these migrants that sit up there that don't have no background check. Come to find out they are criminals. I ain't saying all of them, but there are criminals that are migrants that you successfully put in the United States of America. They're out here committing crimes, killing people. Don't give a shit about the cops. Shooting at cops primarily. In Times Square have been cases where you try to advertise those migrants moving into your household. No, because when it was people that was doing that, their daughters were getting raped. Yet you're telling me that migrants deserve to live here? I'm probably anti-migrant saying that, but at the same time, you didn't do any background checks on these migrants. You didn't. You didn't do any. You did not do any. And let's just say this, y'all. Everybody thinks that the poster child for migrants is Mexicans. No. Or South Americans. No. You know who also is involved in that? Chinese, Africans, Russians, Ukrainians. All those people are going through the Mexican border too. A lot of people don't talk about that. They don't. They don't. They just nip it under the bud and they just assume that South Americans and Mexicans are the ones that that go ahead and come up in here. Those criminals make up a small amount of the total migrants who are here. But the point is, Wacky, they don't do background checks. They don't do background checks. So you don't know who you're getting. And it might be a small amount, and it might, by the news media, the media, make jack it up to make it seem like the criminals are a high percentage of them. So maybe I'm talking out of turn with that. But it's just the fact of the matter. It is true. They do. Maybe I shouldn't say true, but I just have a feeling they don't do background checks of the people who come into America. 5% of 20 million is a huge number. Yeah. And you compact these migrants into these cities and just expect them to be on their merry way and follow the American dream. You know, I'm just going to say this. You know what I didn't enjoy? Maybe this was mass media and mass manipulation, but just when I saw certain migrants that said that when they came to America, they got offered the free liberty of a lot of shit. They was able to get a home. They was able to be fed. They was given $30,000 in credit or some shit. I don't remember, but they was popping shit on Instagram. They was popping shit. They was like, you Americans is lazy. You Americans is this. You Americans is that. I'm living large. I'm telling my whole family to come through and shit. And I'm just like, yo, bro, you got a lot of nerve talking the shit that you talking right now. You come into America and shitting on me as an American citizen? How dare you? Like, for real, like, how dare you, fam? Like, you got a lot of heart, Brody. A lot of heart. And living in New York City, you usually catch these migrants doing the same thing. I mean, they'll pick up the jobs. And, you know, a lot of people will say, well, you know, the American jobs is shrinking because they're giving it to all migrants. Migrants is either working in security, working in food delivery services, or usually sitting up there selling fruits and snacks on the New York City subway system. Yes, I know. I'm always talking about the New York City. I know. I can't help it. It's a bias. I live here. You know what I mean? I can't help it. But either way, America is in a heap of a big fucking mess. Can't control or try to do what you can do with these migrants. Right? Trump consistently talking about this tariff shit. Trump consistently talking about how he wants to annex Canada. It'll never happen. Like I wish Trump would stop with that whole entire shit about annexing Canada as the 51st state. You're talking about several provinces. You can't just name them states, buddy. Can't just do that. What's up, Ruru? Shout outs to Ruru. I be seeing Ruru do her thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Ruru is low-key a troll. She be getting under people's skin. I feel like she does. Let me read your comments too. Wacky Rodo says there are actually more important issues going on than migrants. The migrant situation is something that racist Caucasians use to try to justify their racism. Trump ain't playing. He know where you stay. Your mama stay. Y'all see he deported everyone last time you seen him. Name one administration that play like that. He ain't playing. He ain't playing, my friends. He ain't playing. I guess what they're doing these days is migrant fatigue.
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Not a troll. Well, didn't plan to be one. I just exist. I'll be listening, Bronzy. I didn't know, Ruru. I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just me. I don't know. I guess certain people get under their skin when they deal with you. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been watching streams and they be like, oh, Ruru, I can't stand Ruru. Big booty Latinas can stay. Yo, shout outs to y'all that was watching my last that was watching my last premiere. I was watching them while they was giving me shit about when I was talking about the black woman is God niggas. And I was just like, bro, this is Marquis. This is the confusing part about watching that premiere because I watched the playback and I watched what everybody said, right? Of course, you know, what's her name? Not May. What's her name? Sugar Bum. And I think, who was it? Mrs. Queen Sunkiss. I knew that they was going to be contrarians. I knew they was like, why you got a problem with black women, Bronze? I said, I don't have a problem with black women. I got a problem with the black woman is God niggas. That's who I got a problem with. That's why I did the content. What are you talking about? Why? Like, where do you get this idea that I hate black women? I need to understand. I mean, I know damn well Sugar Mama never hit the link. She'll stay in the chat and talk shit. And Mrs. Queen Sunkiss, like, when the fuck did I ever say that I hate black women? I never said that. All I said was I can't stand the black woman as God niggas because they are male feminists. That's what I said. They're male feminists. The black version. I ain't never said that shit. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me see what y'all said. The big booty Latinas will be getting deported alongside other people that the racist Trump administration is targeting. Yeah, and I feel like to a certain degree, it be people here that just be hardworking citizens that's migrants, and Trump is like, I'm gonna side there and get y'all deported anyway. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Somebody said something about Obama putting 3 million deported. I'm all over the place. Why is it wrong to think black women are goddesses? All women are goddesses to a degree. I gotta explain this shit to Ruru real quick. Okay, my darling. Let me explain to you why I don't get along with the whole entire thing. The black woman is God, right? It's the idolization of black women I have a problem with. If you were to watch that premiere, that last video, watch it when you can, Ruru, so you can understand what I'm talking about. My issue is black men have made themselves simps in society. They constantly have to be berated. Yes, exactly, Wacky. That's why I did the video. My thing about it is they've been berated into saying you put the woman first before you put the man. That's why I know you're not a feminist. Well, you're not anti-feminist. Okay. I don't believe in that shit. I do not believe the black woman is God. I've never believed in that. There are black, the pro-blackity blacks. Ruru? The pro-blackity blacks. The one that sit up there and say, what's up, queen? How you doing, queen? The black woman needs to be respected in America. The black men that sit up there and talk against the black woman, something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? But never address the fact of the matter that when they sat out there and said, niggas ain't shit, they don't say nothing. The ones that sit up there and say black men are worthless. You know what's really crazy? I saw in my chat, man. I seen some shit. Like somebody said, that's why black men have the most highest records of self-deletion. That shit is crazy. What up, Hurykane?
Salute, Bronzebird. Good looking.
Oh my God. Got you, Brody. What up? He said, hey, big head.
Chilling. Yep, I wanted to speak a little briefly on those migrants, man. I understand people real sentiment about the migrants, but fuck all of them, from the criminals to the motherfucking non-criminals. Because you know why? This is our land. This is our shit. How the fuck these motherfuckers can come over here and get every goddamn thing? I think they brought them over here so they could trigger a little quick civil war because they gave all them shit and black people still ain't got nothing to this day. To this day, we built this motherfucking country. We have every right to burn this bitch to the ground. Fuck, we built all those city. Migrants.
We built this city. Like, I mean, like my whole entire thing at the end of the day, when we talk about the whole entire thing with migrants, yeah, I feel like they've done this partly to cause a civil war. And the thing about it is when we have that conversation, it's just like, okay, look, listen, nobody is saying that. God forgive me. No one is saying that you can never move to America. We don't accept Americans. This, that, and the third. It's just about what the fuck they doing. When you have a lot of shit in America that needs to be fixed, you add it on to the problem. Because if these migrants don't know what the fuck they doing by the time they get to America, then why you bring them here and they're sitting here stuck going to these shelters and all that other stuff? What are you doing? And then if you're complaining about, like, this is the thing that got me. Is there some different type of regulations you putting in place with these migrants you're putting in now versus the American citizens or the people who were migrants or immigrants for the last 20 years and they still had to go through the paperwork to be accepted as an American citizen? Has things changed now? Has there been anything different? You understand what I'm saying? Because I have a feeling it was. Why the regulations ain't the same? How they just randomly coming up in here? And real quick, agree with Wacky's point. Brother Polite, Side Netta, Natural Tahuti, and Sarah Suit and Seti. That's exactly my point about these. All right, don't make me blush, Ruru. I appreciate that. Okay. But what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is real quick. I'm sorry to derail, but at the same time, when I talk about that's the black woman is God niggas. That's who I'm talking about. The motherfuckers that sit up there and talk about my ancient Nubian queen and all that shit. But then when you have black men that think for themselves, shout outs to not Brother Polite. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dr. Umar Johnson. How do you sit up there and agree with the behavior of a sexy red? Explain that shit, Brody.
Right. Explain it.
What is his life, nigga? Like, what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. When we talk about you wanting to have the improvement of the black culture, then my whole entire thing that I say to you is, how is it the fact of the matter that you're co-signing a woman like that and still calling her a queen when she's a straight up bot? What the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Right, she's supposed to be ostracized from society with the red A on her motherfucking chest. Say shame, shame.
Yo, what's good? What's going on?
Salute.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah, like I said,
Wacky is in the house.
What up?
I'm thinking about TV4, y'all.
Like I said in the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
In general, there are more important issues going on in America than so-called migrant issues. The fact of the matter is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that so-called illegal immigration have been going on in America before any of us who's been born, and it's going to continue happening after we leave this earth, whenever that time is. You know, the truth of the matter is this, right? America needs so-called illegal immigration, because who's going to be the people that's going to work these off the books job and get less than minimum wage?
That's true.
That's going to benefit a lot of corporations. See, the thing is, right? We know that due to the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, that chattel slavery, it became illegal. So the thing is with America is that America wants to find another way to benefit off of people's labor. So therefore, they came up with an idea to benefit off of the cheapest labor possible. And who make up the majority of America's cheapest labor possible? Migrants. Who get these not all the migrants, but a large portion of them who agree to do these off the books jobs where they're getting paid less than minimum wage. Undocumented workers that they want to, place this fancy label on. All right. So and it benefits America. Therefore, America will never fully get rid of illegal immigration. So all that nonsense that Donald Trump be talking about when it comes to the migrants is only a bunch of hearsay and propaganda to get these racist Caucasians riled up and shit. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something.
I was gonna ask you this question, Wacky. Thank you for that too. So I'm gonna ask you this question. How do you feel about the narrative that's driven when they say that the immigrants is taking all of the jobs and no jobs for us? Do you feel like that is I feel like you're gonna say it's a bullshit statement, but do you feel like it's a statement geared towards white supremacy?
It's not what I feel, it's what I know, right? And yes, it is. Listen, let me tell you something. That's actually a talking point that racist white trash Caucasians have used for decades, alongside with them arguing about affirmative action being the cause as to why they cannot move up in life. Yes. So the answer is yes.
Okay.
All right. And this actually been proven. There's actually an article that I read a couple of months ago in Yahoo News that actually debunk the concept of immigrants, quote unquote, stealing people's jobs. Because there's a whole lot of jobs that these migrants don't have access to. And no, the majority of jobs that Americans work are not being taken over by immigrants. It's actually been debunked.
Okay. Thank you for that. And if you could, please, send me that article because I would like to read it. So
Yes,
this is my thing about the whole immigration and migrant talk. Me and you both live in New York. Hurykane, I don't know where you from Detroit, right?
Detroit. Yeah, yeah.
Detroit in the building. Detroit in the building. So this is my thing. I notice in New York, a lot of the times these migrants, like I already said, a lot of them take up jobs where it's delivery services, because I usually see a lot of Africans do it. Delivery services, so on bikes and all that other stuff, selling fruits and selling snacks on the subway, as well as, I'm going to throw this in, a lot of the migrants is actually taking up a lot of the construction jobs. You know what I'm saying? So my thing about it is, I do agree, because I just wanted to see what your viewpoint is, and we agree on the same thing. It is a white supremacist talking point. A lot of the jobs that were governed to be accessible to, I guess, everyone, and they're saying that the migrants are taking it, and it's not even white collar jobs. It's usually blue collar jobs. So even with that, what you'll find is you'll have the same specific group of people who work those jobs. Black people, people that's involved in the migrant category. I'm gonna just say that. And usually that's basically it. I mean, you'll have other nationalities at work, but usually when it comes to blue collar jobs, usually I see it that migrants are usually the home state of those places.
Yeah, let me step in. Low level blue. These migrants are taking over low level blue collar jobs
Off the books.
Off the books, because when it comes to blue collar jobs, there's certain levels to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to blue collar jobs that require certain certifications, for the most part, migrants aren't taking over those types of jobs. There are migrants within these fields, right? But they're not taking over these jobs. The type of jobs that migrants are taking over are jobs that don't require education, degrees, etc., where all you just need to do is just show up and apply. You know, that's it. Like low-level minimum wage jobs. But here's the thing. Can you blame them? Because they're coming here just to try to survive. You know? So once again, these types of things are mediocre when it comes to more serious issues that's going on in America, such as the Trump administration sitting there like trying to get rid of the U.S. Department of Education. That's
which is wild.
That's wild.
Like that's wild.
That's wild. Basically, the Trump administration trying or actually is succeeding in destroying the educational future of America's children.
Can I say this real quickly?
That's way more serious to me than some migrants, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good. I just want to say that I hate saying this, but it's true. It's a lot of dumbass kids in this country, and a lot of dumbass parents. Let's really be real about that. So if you're going to take away the Department of Education, do you know how many children are reading below reading level right now? Black son.
I heard it was like 60% of everybody reading at an 8th grade level. Or a little under. I'm done with this country.
These kids can't read. Exactly, Marquis. These kids can't read. And you know the problem with the parents? These parents are letting these children let TikTok be their mainstay of being entertained instead of a goddamn book. These children are literally in school arguing back and forth with the damn teachers. Why? Because they ain't got no goddamn home training. Because these parents don't give a shit about anything but letting these children run wild. Why? Because they too busy at work, and because they like, oh, leave me alone. So you go ahead and watch your YouTube, watch your Kai Cenat, and watch your goddamn streamers and this, that, and the third. They ain't learning shit. Yeah. So when they go to school, you know what these teachers is doing? They goddamn it burnt out. So they're giving them packets. They're giving them packets, and that's it.
But at the same time, what you think is going to happen if the U.S. Department of Education is totally defunded?
It's gonna go down in a toilet bowl.
Yeah, exactly. And okay, someone in the chat stated that, well, it's not destroying the Department of Education; it's handing them over to the states, right? Okay, well, it seems as if this person don't understand is that a large portion of public education is within the authority of U.S. states, right? But what it
Right.
is that if they're not but the thing is, if it's not regulated by the U.S. by the federal government, it makes things even worse. Let me give an example, right?
Mhm.
Prior to Trump's first, prior to the first Trump administration,
Yeah.
Barack Obama set a set of civil rights regulations to further protect minority children and handicapped children, right? Within America's public school. Why? Because during the Obama administration, a lot of parents were sending a lot of letters to Obama stating that their children was being targeted by their teachers and principals when it comes to any type of issues, right? And a lot of these parents were parents of Black, Latino, and disabled children. So therefore, the Trump administration investigated and realized that, hey, a lot of minority children and handicapped children are being targeted by a lot of school teachers in public schools around the United States. So he set a lot of civil rights rules and regulations to further protect the civil rights of Black and brown students and handicapped students, right? Therefore, if you get rid of the U.S. Department of Education and just allowing just the individual states to 100% control children's education, guess what? These civil rights rules and regulations get thrown out the garbage. Like, a lot of people really need to do their research to realize what the Trump administration is trying to do when he's trying to just get rid of the U.S. Department of Education. Like, do you understand that no other administration ever tried to do that crazy stuff because they understand that it's crazy?
Yeah.
You leave it state rights, right? So what happened to states like Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama? You know what I'm saying? Louisiana, when they have full control of children's education. Do you know how messed up that would be? So get that states' rights crap out of here, man. A lot of these fake conservatives use this state rights concept to trying to cover up when something is wrong. No. Of course, don't get it twisted. States do have a certain level of rights, and they deserve a certain level of rights. But individual states do not deserve 100% rights when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to education.
Yeah, I mean, you know it better than I, but it's just. All right, hold on, I got you. But while y'all Yankees think we can't read, I mean, hey, look, Marquis, defend yourself, brother. Defend just like, yo, I've looked at certain reading scores or how it is, the literacy rates in some of these states down south or in southern places. They don't have good reading scores out there. Just saying. But who's mainly affected by this is still Black and brown children, more specifically so-called Blacks. Because, like I said, Black kids are not reading on the level that they're supposed to. And another thing that a lot of people don't like to talk about is the levels of autism rising. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't talk about how a lot of these children have higher rates of autism. And you know, they avoid that shit like the plague. But again, what is wrong with these parents nowadays is that they don't enrich into their children, understanding that a lot of the shit you need in this world is to read and have knowledge. And then you know what happens with these kids? You know what they're probably going to do? These schools are looking to replace, and I'm just going to say it, whether you say it's a theory or not, they're going to replace these teachers because of the staff. If they can't even get these teachers to get hired, and a lot of these teachers is quitting by the boatload, they're going to get these AI teachers to replace them. They are.
Yep.
And besides that, you know what the school is mainly going to be built on when it comes to curriculums? Packets. Where you just answer questions and that shit. Laptops. You understand? AI teachers, and I did a video on that a long time ago, and I talked about that. And I said these children are going to be affected by social media so much so they're going to really believe that their career is going to be based on that. So yeah, they're going to be like a Kai Sanat and a fucking Cooking with Kaya or this, that, and the third. You really think that your whole entire career is going to be based upon just being able to just make a career off of being a content creator? Fuck that. We need jobs that's blue collar and all that other shit. I'm already bounced in my career. I know what I want to do. It's already something I've wanted since I was young. So, you know, it is what it is. But at the same time, if these children don't know what to do, you're just going to teach them that they have to sit up there and just fucking become a TikTok star? What is that going to do for them? Right, they don't even know trade.
Because if there's no schools, it's gonna be a criminal now. They were like, "Fuck it, no schools, no jobs. Fuck it, I'm about to be a street nigga too." Like,
yo, and Bronzebird.
Yeah,
I in the chat, I gave a link of an article that I was talking about, which talks about how data shows that migrants are not taking jobs away from Black or Hispanic people. Right?
Yeah. Good. Thanks.
And speaking about that, right? What you guys talking about? Well, it might be a little different than what you guys talking about. You guys talking about AI, right? Another thing that I want to talk about is that when it comes to public schools around America being funded, they're funded by the federal government. A lot of the funding comes from the U.S. Department of Education, right?
Yes.
Especially for inner city schools, because a lot of inner city schools are not being, because remember, if you know how schools are being funded, one way schools are being funded, one major way is through the local government when it comes to the property taxes of a lot of homeowners, right? But in the city, there's not enough of that funding. So a lot of public schools in the inner city rely on funding from the federal government. So if you take down the U.S. Department of Education or defund a whole lot of it, then you take away a lot of the funding that goes into these inner city schools. So when someone in the chat put down how Baltimore, the schools in Baltimore, the read score all worse, well, what happens if a lot of public schools in Baltimore are not properly funded because the U.S. Department of Education is either taken away or just totally defunded? What do you think?
It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
That's what I'm saying.
It's already bad now.
It's already bad now. It's going to get worse. So my thing is, we're talking about migrants that don't affect any one of us on the stream, right? But we're not talking about the education of children. No. You know what I'm saying?
And let me say, Wacky, I'm gonna be a dickhead. This is the reason why I had I had to troll a little bit last night in BGS's chat.
BGS is a loser. Go ahead.
He's a fucking
that nigga.
Fuck that nigga. I just real quick, I had to because I was just like, yo, bro. So you mean to tell me if you talking about y'all repping for the Manosphere, none of y'all are talking about men's issues that's important. Y'all only talk about men's issues that's relative to women. Get the fuck out of here, Brody. Like he's man. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what about the children, man? I was like, yo, Wu-Tang is for the children. That's a random thought. But what I'm saying is like Wu-Tang is for the children. So I'm just saying it's like nah, or some real shit. It's like, yeah, I mean, look, it's even people that I know, right, around where I live, they take their children to public school. They never went to public school. So you know, my thing about it is like they already complain about how there's not enough funding for even school supplies and everything else. So imagine if they're already complaining about that. And like I said earlier, if teachers is quitting by the boatload and now you don't have funding to even have an adequate wage for these teachers, oh man, it's going to be shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Marquis?
Yeah, what's up, yo? I'm going to say something. I lost my job because of immigrants. Like, I love driving a truck. I know people shit on truck drivers, but man, I was making back 5 years ago. I was making so much money driving a truck. I was seeing the country. I loved it. But ironically, here's the ironic part, guys. See, when y'all see all those ICE officers and stuff out there in the uniforms, those are not all ICE officers. A lot of them, a lot of FBI, a lot of feds, they work on task force. So some of those guys, they're from the PD, they're from the sheriff's department. And here's the ironic part, because so many officers, especially in Florida, are going to these they're going to these task forces. You Google up when you get a chance, look up warrant service officer for ICE. So many of these officers are going back to work for ICE. I actually got my job back working, as the county DA. Like I'm an investigator again. So that's the ironic part. Like I went back to law enforcement because the immigrants pretty much took up all the resources in law enforcement.
Okay, but there's the thing though. What happened to you? You just make up a small minority of people who supposedly got their jobs taken from immigrants. The majority of Americans are not having their jobs being so-called stolen by immigrants, because
it's going to happen at some point.
There's no such thing as immigrants stealing your jobs, because immigrants
they took my job.
Immigrants are not knocking down somebody's door and saying, "Put your hands up and give me your jobs."
No, I'm gonna tell you how it happened. And truck driving, every load you take is at a rate. Like every single load you take, like you negotiate. Like let's say I want to pick up a load. I used to go up to a place called it's on Long Island. I used to go up there all the time, picking up. Anyway, I used to go to Long Island, pick up a load going to Florida. That load paid me $6,000 when I first started. But if you can get an immigrant, let's say a guy from Africa that'll take that load for $3,000, like you're literally just cut my profit in half. So that's what happened to the truck industry. And if you guys ever look at these trucks, I'm looking who's driving these trucks, it's almost all immigrants now. Like they're driving for such low rates. I'm not about to sit out there on the road for 3-4 weeks at a time making $1,500-$1,600 when I was making $4,000.
Hold on. So hold on. You said almost all immigrants are taking over the logistic industry. Do you have?
Go look at a truck stop.
Do you
go look at a truck stop?
No. Do you have any documentation?
Yes.
Okay. Provide the documentation, please. That
I was a truck driver for years.
No. Provide documentation to prove that the majority of the logistic industry are being taken over by immigrants. Go ahead.
I was a truck driver for 5 years.
Okay, but that's not documentation. That's using your own individual experience. I'm talking documentation that the majority of logistic jobs are being taken over by immigrants.
The reason I left was because every time I would try to do a rate com or try to negotiate a rate, I would get a call and I couldn't understand what the other broker was saying because they were foreigners.
Where's your documentation to prove that
life I live it?
No. Where is your documentation to prove that the majority of logistic jobs are being taken over by immigrants?
As a matter of fact, Trump just I know y'all heard about what Trump did about the English proficiency. Why do you think he did that?
Once again, where are your documentation to prove that the majority of immigrants have taken over the logistic jobs?
I was a truck driver for 5 years.
Okay, that's not documentation that the majority of logistic jobs are being taken over by immigrants.
I was a truck driver for 5 years.
That's not documentation to prove that the majority of logistics are being taken over. So
working in logistics means I have no experience in logistics.
Okay, that's a logical fallacy. When you're using your own anecdotal experience, when you're using your own anecdotal experience to try to make up a general statement, that's being anecdotal. I'm asking you to be empirical, not anecdotal.
That makes no sense.
No, that does make sense. You don't know the difference between being anecdotal and being empirical. Okay?
You're conflating two different concepts of rationality.
Being empirical
and that works on stupid people. It doesn't work on me.
To prove that something is true in general.
You're conflating ideas. I was on the debate team for 6 years, bro.
Anecdotal is saying that because you personally experienced something, then that means that the majority of something is true. Okay, that's what you're saying.
I was on the debate team for 6 years. You're conflating ideas.
What you're saying is that because you was a truck driver for 5 years, right? That therefore that the majority of the logistics is being taken over by immigrants, and the only supposed evidence you have is your own personal experience. But personal experience does not prove that something is true for the general population. I'm telling you to use documentation to prove something is true for the general population of the logistic industry. Do you have that?
There's no point in arguing with you at this point.
That's what I thought. Point proven. Thank you.
Okay, what you guys just heard, that's called bullshit. That's what someone who can't formulate the pinnacle argument does. I was on the debate team for 6 years, bro.
I
I was
just
on the debate team for
formulated
6
an
years.
argument asking you for evidence to provide to
So the
prove
fact
that
that I
your
was a
argument
truck
is
driver
true.
for 5
And
years,
no,
I
that's
was also broke.
anecdotal. That's anecdotes.
So the fact that I
Anecdote
was
is
a truck
not
driver for 5
evidence.
years, and I was
Anecdote is
also a
not
broker,
evidence, though.
and I was a
Anecdote is not
broker as
evidence.
well.
What I'm saying is not bullshit. It is not bullshit for someone to say, hey, anecdote is not evidence.
So when you go to a doctor, you don't take his advice because his experience is only his.
His experiences should be based upon documentation, not anecdote. Okay, so if I go to a doctor and a doctor says I need to take this medication, a doctor needs to provide documentation to prove that what he's saying is true.
You're not making any sense, bro. I guarantee you. From like this is what happened.
So
this is what happened to the. This is why the Department of Education has failed us, y'all.
documentation
This is
means that I'm
exactly
not
why the
making any
Department of
sense.
Federal Education has failed us. You're not making any sense.
So me
You're
asking
talking to someone who's a truck driver and a
documentation.
broker as well. I used to broker freight for myself as well.
Okay,
You're telling me I
that's
don't know the
fine.
industry I was in?
But once again, me asking someone to provide documentation to prove that what they're saying is true is bullshit, then that goes to show you what type of person you are. Okay.
Bro, you're conflating ideas and then you're just spooning over. It's called word salad. It makes no sense.
No, I'm not using a word salad and I'm not conflating ideas.
That's exactly what you're doing.
No, that's not what I'm doing.
I was on the debate team in high school and college.
I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm asking you for documentation to prove that the statement that you made is true. That's what I'm doing. I'm asking for documentation.
My life experiences is enough.
That's not documentation. That's anecdote. Do you know what anecdotes are?
It means your personal experience is based on reflection. If that's the case, don't go to a dentist, don't go to a doctor, don't go to a mechanic.
A dentist and a mechanic is not based things on anecdotes. They base things off actual empirical evidence. Okay, what
maybe like learning,
things on
education. Their certifications, their education, like
no. But actual proof that something is true.
What would suffice proof for you?
Documentation that the overall majority of what you say of the transportation or logistics industry is being taken over by immigrants. Documentation. Do you have documentation to prove that? Remember, okay, let me give you an example. Right? Let me give an example. When I first came on here, right? I told Bronzebird that Bronzebird asked me a question about do I believe, I'm only paraphrasing what he said. Do I believe that the concept of immigrants stealing Americans' jobs is bullshit? I said yes, and I said there's even an article that debunks that, right? Bronzebird asked me for documentation. He said, can you provide a link or articles to prove that? I said yes, and I did. I provided documentation, actual article that shows actual facts to prove that immigrants are not stealing jobs from American citizens, right? I provide documentation. What type of documentation can you provide? Do you have statistics? Do you have statistics or any type of empirical evidence to prove that the majority of people who work in the transportation and logistics industry are illegal immigrants or immigrants? Do you have that?
Okay. There's an organization called FMCLA. Okay, look up non-domicile CDL holders. The number has increased almost 800% in the past 5 years.
Prove it.
I want me to prove it now? I'm on a stream.
Yes, prove it now. Yes.
I'll tell you what, I'm on Rumble.
Wait.
I'm on Rumble. I'll post the video as soon as I can, and then Bronze will probably look at it, and then he'll tell you later. But that is a fact. I know that for a non-domicile CDL, that means that you have a license, but you're not residing in the United States. A lot of those guys come over here and they do what they call double brokering. They'll broker for one guy and then they'll book the load to somebody else for cheaper. Amazon is big on this. Amazon Freight. If you ever look at who's putting those Amazon trailers, you'll notice the truck doesn't say Amazon. It'll say Jungle Trucking or Alibaba Trucking. It'll say something different other than the company that's pulling the wagon. These are what we call third-party brokers. Okay, that's who's taking over a lot of the industry. I can say not only did I drive, I also broker freight as well. I know the industry because I did it for 5 years. But again, I guess that's anecdotal. Have an experience.
You made a statement saying that the majority of the logistics industry are being controlled by immigrants. I want you to provide documentation to prove that is true. Saying that you've been doing this for 5 years is not documentation to prove something that is true. You once again, you're not using documentation, you're using anecdotes. Anecdotes is not documentation to prove that something is true. Once again,
Okay,
right?
if that's your burden of proof, then
when I told Bronzebird that the concept of immigrants stealing American people's jobs is bullshit, right? When Bronzebird asked me for proof, I did not say, Bronzebird, I've been working in this industry for 20-something years. I did not use my so-called personal experience because that's anecdotal. What I did, I put a link in Bronzebird chat and provide documentation to Bronzebird to prove that what I'm saying is true. Okay? Where is
I'm on a stream right now, bro. I'm not that dedicated.
Yeah, but I provide documentation while I was on a stream also. How come you can't do the same?
I'm just chilling. I'm not that dedicated, bro. But when your car gets fixed, though, man, take it to the phone company, bro. That'll.
I mean, in all fairness, in all fairness, though,
Wacky claim you did.
Wacky, so but in all fairness, though, right? Isn't it true if Marquis is at least saying search up such and such document to back up his case? Isn't that a way of saying that's the documentation I can provide at least with that?
No, because anybody could say I experienced this and that and the third. How do we know if it's true?
I mean, you can just Google it yourself when you get a chance. But I mean,
you make the argument. You have to prove that your argument is true.
Your burden of proof is irrational.
You have to prove it.
Your burden of proof is illogical. There's no point in me even. You got like I'm telling I'm an astronaut, nigga. I drove a truck for 5 years. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, once again, the burden of proof is not on me; it's on you. So I know why you talking about my burden of proof.
Your burden of your burden of belief is a lot. It's not rational.
But once again, it's your belief, not mine's. I'm just asking to provide documentation.
I mean, I get it. I can see, bro. What do you do for a living? I'm just curious.
Oh shit!
What I do for I work for the federal government. That's what I do for a living.
Now it makes sense.
Okay, go ahead. You use the ad hominem. Use the ad hominem.
That makes sense.
Go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
No.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Go ahead. Use the ad hominem. Go ahead. Because first he used a fallacy, right, in which he used anecdotal, but now he asked me what I do for a living. I told him that, right? And now he's using that to try to discredit me. I want him to sit there and explain himself. How does that?
You literally work for an industry that thrives itself on not actually producing anything. All you do is take from people. The federal government is basically worthless.
How do I take from people?
The federal government is worthless. It's always been worthless. That's why that Doge thing was so effective.
Yet you benefit from the protections of the federal government.
I lost my job because they didn't do their job.
No. You benefit from the protections of the federal government, right?
I benefit from the protection of the state.
Do you get your mail? Do you get your mail every day?
No.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the U.S. Postal Service is one of the most worst run industries in the United States.
You get your mail, right? That's a benefit from the federal government, right?
When's the last time anybody here mailed a letter to the U.S. Postal Service?
How often do you fly?
I fly all the time.
You fly all the time, right? And obviously, you come
like
back
the guys in DC that crashed.
Hold on. I love the fact that you said that, right? You fly all the time, and obviously, when you return home alive, right? You go to wherever you go to alive, and you return home alive. Congratulations. The federal
pilot has a vested interest in not crashing his plane.
I'm not done speaking. The federal government actually put their lives on the line to make sure you're protected every time you fly. So that's
like the one in DC.
The federal government from you.
Like the one in DC that put that woman female pilot in the car.
No. You, whenever you
DC is trash, by the way. Right? Sugar Bum is from there.
I'm telling you, the federal employees,
the federal government
Sugar Bum is trash.
Put their lives on the line, right? To make sure whenever you fly,
the federal government is trash, bro. This is exactly why Elon was talking about.
So you benefit from the federal government. So I
don't benefit from
No, you do because I point out a benefit, right?
Shout out Elon, man. He was right, bro.
So funny.
Elon was right. I'm telling you.
I find it so funny that people will talk about how the
Now you're
federal
upset.
government won't do nothing, but at the same time, they benefit from the federal government.
Man,
All right?
the federal employee's
right?
job is to bullshit, so they get
you have
paid.
freedom of speech, right? Thank you. The federal government give that to you.
It's like Wacky just said. It's like Wacky just said. Who said? I forgot that guy. DJ, whoever the DJ is. They be like, congratulations. You just played yourself. You just played yourself. That's what you're trying to say. Listen, all right, why do we have to get into these fucking NYC and DC wars, man? NYC ain't no competition. Are you fucking stupid? Can everybody agree on a chat? Who's better when it comes to NYC or DC? NYC obviously takes the cake, sweetheart.
Right. It's Gotham.
What the fuck is wrong? The Sugar Bum does this all the time. Because she wants me to talk about that bum ass place, DC. Don't nobody give a shit about DC except for the fact matter y'all had a whole entire pride parade recently. The fuck? Yo, DC women, yo. Fuck DC. The fuck? Everybody on the count of three, say fuck DC. 1, 2, 3. Fuck DC.
Fuck DC.
Fuck DC.
Fuck DC. You heard?
DC's cool. DC's cool, man.
No, I'm just saying Wacky because
No, that's the lion's den over there. I'm gonna burn the government down.
The DC is going to shit. I've already read about some stuff in DC. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact of the matter. Even if I did like DC, you know who ruins it for me about DC? Sugar Bum. Because of her fucking behavior, her sisterhood, her fucking sisterhood rhetoric, and just the dumb shit that she says. And then I remember when somebody from DC wanted to sit up there and give Sugar Bum all that smoke, she fucking scurried away real quick. You feel what I'm saying? The fuck out of here talking about NYC is populated with all gays. But y'all just had a worldwide pride parade a couple of weeks ago. What the fuck?
How is NYC populated by gays, and when gays only make up 2% of the entire U.S. population?
Hello? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, what are you talking about?
Now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
And not only that, Sugar Bum said, Sugar Bum's cool. She one of my coolest trolls, right? Sugar Bum said NYC's a tether city. Isn't everybody a tether in the United States? I don't know.
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what's good? What's up? What's up, Bronzebird, my nigga?
What up, Truthzone?
I see got nigga Hurykane JW. What's good, nigga?
What up, dog? Chilling like a villain.
For sure.
Yeah, what's up? Truthzone?
So what's your thoughts on the AI and the LA riots? What you want to talk about? What's your thoughts on the riots, on the fucking Timberland situation?
Man, I was talking to my pops earlier about that whole let me turn this shit off real quick. I was talking to my pops earlier. We was having a dialogue about that whole LA riot shit. It's a bunch of foreigners, man. I feel like, because I was conveying to my dad, I was like, man, we can't go to Mexico, Argentina, Venezuela, any of these foreign countries and seek a political social refuge and be taken care of, because we be sent right the fuck back. If I went over there right now to Mexico or Venezuela and seek any of these things that these foreigners do here, I'll be exiled the fuck out of there. So it should be the same, vice versa for these illegal immigrants. They bitching about America. If America is such a detriment to these illegal foreigners, man, just go pack your shit up and go back home.
Yeah.
Back they'll label you persona non grata. Persona non grata. They're on the gravy jet.
Pathetic.
Hold on, y'all. Hold your thoughts. Yo, mama.
What up, though?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, y'all talking about immigrants when once again there's more serious topics.
Right. But hold on, I was gonna say one more thing too, bro. I feel what you're saying. Yeah, there's way more serious matters going on, but this is one at hand. And I'm just gonna add on one more thing. I lost my damn train of thought.
So
I was gonna say, I feel like the government.
That's what happened when y'all do all the damn talking.
The government, I feel like they let them illegal immigrants. We don't control no portal, no ports. We don't control these borders. So who's letting them in? So they letting them in and then causing confusion. Government? Yeah, they let them in. So
the government.
We don't control shit.
So my thing is this: is that it's funny because illegal immigration have always existed in America, right? So why is it now that people complain about it?
Because what happened in Central America, a lot of prisoners got released, and they sent them all here.
Once again, where's the proof that all of them from Central America came to America?
Yo,
I don't think that's the problem.
We used to go.
They're doing it to start a race war.
We're talking about these things, but people can't prove them.
I've visited Colombia a lot. I've visited Central America a lot.
Okay, but where's the evidence that there was evidence the majority of immigrants from? Oh, go ahead. My fault, bro.
Just for a second, because let your mama get in with a fucking Lysol bottle. I'm about to spray all this mess up. All right, yo, mama, what was you gonna say?
No, I think it's the fact that they're illegal. They're not coming over here going the legal way. So they undocumented and there's no record of these people. And it's a lot of them. And then you got certain states that's dropping people off in other states and all this other, it's causing problems in the United States because they're not going through the proper channels. And I think that's the biggest issue. All that they all criminal shit is bullshit. But the issue is they're not going about it in the proper means.
And I could agree with that. That's an issue where people are not coming to America, right, by law, legally. So I can agree with that. That's really my only issue with so-called illegal immigrants. But once again, like people, especially black people, was not complaining about this stuff until Trump's first administration. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. They wasn't, that is true because they wasn't making this a big, but I think it amplified once Biden took office. Because when Biden's administration decided to say, hey, we're going to invite more of the migrants to go to these sanctuary cities, and it was about force. Let's really be real. It was about force.
But if you do know sanctuary cities, data. But Bronzebird, you do know sanctuary cities existed before the Biden administration, and not only that, it was always so-called illegal immigration was always happening. But what your mama said is a very good point. That's my only with illegal immigration.
But even when you look at the data, though, more immigrants came to America under Trump than they did under Biden or Obama. So, Trump full of bullshit.
Yo, so wasn't the sanctuary cities adapted from the one of the bills or the laws from the 1980s?
Something like
that, right? Yeah, it's right in the 1980s. So, yeah. So, I mean, the whole immigration thing, like I said the only thing that I was wondering and the only thing that I was scaping on is just the fact of the matter. Is it a different way that they're doing it now with regulations versus the people who's been here for, let's just say, over 10 years and they're still trying to get proper citizenship? Is it different? Is there a different protocol?
I mean, if you came here legally, there's really no way to come.
A lot of them not doing it. They not trying to get proper. They just over here.
Yeah, there's no real way to. If you came here legally, you risk getting deported just by going in and reporting yourself. Because they were at the courthouse down in Leesburg. Like, people were coming in for their trial. They were just snatching people up. Like, ICE is big in Florida.
Yeah, ICE run around snatching people up for their naturalization hearing. They go to that hearing and they snatch their ass up. And they did it the proper way. So, now, ain't nobody gonna do it the proper way with this stupid shit that they doing.
Actually, as a matter of fact, I had 13 people that were scheduled to come up here, and they were like foreigners, and nobody showed up.
Yeah, but
look, I was gonna say one thing. Much veneration to the foreigners to come over here and live a productive lifestyle. Because I seen my neighbor got her roof done. I seen 10 Mexicans on top of that motherfucking roof. They got that shit done. Man, you ain't out working none of them. That's one thing I can say. That's not.
But I got a question though. But everybody wants a better life. Like, we all want a better life for ourselves. Like, if they're in a bad situation, like, what makes their struggle more important than mine?
Right. I see what you're saying when you say that. But I'm saying, like, to the ones.
I don't think.
No, I'm gonna say, you said what makes their life better. What makes their life better than yours?
I don't think Truth is actually making that statement. He's not making that argument. He's not saying that immigrant struggle are more important than anybody else's. I don't think he's making that statement.
No, I'm not making that claim. I'm just saying, like, to the ones that come here and really want to, like, live out the American dream, so-called, and become legal documented, on document, and become, be all the way legit, because I see a lot of them that work their ass off. But that's to anybody that's on the bottom of this economical totem pole, trying to, like, make a better life for them and their families. That's the goal, right? For everybody that's on the bottom, right?
But
I think they can do it.
I'll speak to y'all later, man. I'm out of here, man, because game 3 of the NBA Finals is on. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna watch this game.
All right, Wacky. Thank you for coming through, Brody. Appreciate you.
All right, no problem.
As usual.
I think they should do exactly what black people did in the 50s and 60s and make their country better. Like, black people didn't have nowhere to go. We couldn't go to Canada. We couldn't go to Mexico. Like, black people had to stay and make their country better for themselves. And I think that's what they should do to their own countries.
Right. Where's our reparations? Where is our bill to protect us? Where is our land? We built this fucking country. Fuck these fucking immigrants. All of them. Criminal, non-criminal. Barricade this bitch off from everybody.
Reparation talk. This is something that's going to be controversial to me. This is going to be controversial to some. Reparations talk. This is a problem about reparations. Okay? If it's going off the basis of who was a slave and who wasn't a slave, you have to do your research on where you come from. Because the thing about it is, certain people that was gunning for the reparations ain't even Black Americans. And you don't even know if they are FBA. Just saying. Christine wanted me to read something real quick. And plus, if we're talking reparations, what do you want? Do you want money or do you want land? Do you want some
money, land, and a bill? Let's just burn the government down, man. Let's just burn it all down.
You can try it if you want to. All right, Christine read this. Christine, all right, I'm gonna read what Christine said real quick. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then it says, then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Martin, and I don't know how to say his last name. Oh shit.
I think the concept is totally different though. Like, I mean, let's say you break into somebody's house and then you treat them really well, you still broke into their house. Like, you can't really say, yo, I'm the evil I did to get here, I'm sorry, it's deflated by the good I'm doing. Like, you still broke, because there's so many people that want to come here illegally and it's not fair to them. And like I say, I get reparations because my family, you can trace my family. Like, I'm Geechee, so my family is definitely FBA.
See, but that's the thing. See, but that's the thing.
Trace, man, these motherfuckers took this land. Fuck a trace.
All right, we can talk about they took the land.
These motherfuckers came over here.
But Brody,
Brody,
say right now, this is a problem we have, bro. Brody, if you sit up there and you say that this is the problem with the Pan-Africans. This is why I don't get along with the Pan-Africans. When you talk about reparations and your ass is a Pan-African, you say that you're originally from the quote-unquote motherland, you shouldn't get no fucking reparations because that's
why you get none.
I'm just saying, if you sit up there and say your lineage is tied to Africa, which most of them can't even fucking prove, you shouldn't get reparations because you just already said that you are an African. So by that standard, that means that you're not from here. Just saying,
right.
What's up, Christine?
They still have mortgage records for guys who, like, if you want to look at your history, if you know where your family come from, go to the county and look at their property. Like, they listed Black people as property. Like, my name is infamous. Like, my last name is Platt. Everybody knows that. So, like, Platt is a really famous slave name from Georgia. So you can look up your family's history.
Bearded, that can be debated. You already know.
Yeah, I've got a very popular name too.
Christine.
My last name is Washington. Is I related to Denzel?
No, how about
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
I'm Menendez. What you gonna do?
Menendez.
Just asking.
Just saying.
Look at history. Look at history.
Washington history.
Way back.
Oh, look at my Washington history. I'm from England. I'm
Y'all
going back to bloody England.
History. Look at history way back.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people didn't even realize about that shit. About when we was talking about a lot of people came from England. He was like, "What? You came from England?"
Right.
They sat up there and looked at me like I got 5 fucking heads. They were sitting up there saying, Bronze, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, you do your lineage. A lot of motherfuckers came from England.
I want you to do your DNA and tell me how much of it's African American. Just saying.
But you know what, Christine? You know what's really
Or
funny?
how many's
When they do,
African? So
let me say this though real quick, Christine. You know when they do that DNA, right? And they sit up there and they say, take that sample of the blood. And they sit up there and you do the 23andMe. And they randomly tell people, they be like, oh, you're just from Sahara. I said, okay, what tribe do you know from Sahara? Does your family know that? Or you just sat up there and put your blood into a database? Think about it. Just saying.
Or you gave your blood to the government so they can clone your ass. Fuck that shit. I don't trust it.
After 9/11, mine went into Department of Homeland Security database, and I do it every 5 years.
Why did you do? Wait, you do it every 5 years?
I do, and I will not. Well, hopefully this is the last time they do it.
They do mine every 5 years too for my pilot's license.
I mean, yeah, that's job
related. I have a clearance with.
You a pilot? Security. Oh man, dog, we need you for the revolution, bro. You a pilot, bro. I need you for the revolution.
Who was we talking about recently? Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. Christine commented on the premiere that I did when I was talking about that guy, that guy that was arguing against Charlie Kirk. He was talking about DEI practice.
God,
that guy was a fucking moron.
I know where you get some of this shit from.
I be researching, Christine. It's funny. You got to admit, the guy that's out there said that the tampons is a factor of DEI. That was pretty fucking funny.
I know. I'm like, what?
I put it in the chat that is a concept.
Yeah, he sat there and said that companies giving out tampons to women is a practice of DEI. I said,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about?
I think he needs a few tampons.
He definitely did, though, Christine. I was like, so this dude is in his fifis for real. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm watching. I was like, where the hell does Bronzebird get this stuff from?
I'm not gonna lie. I was searching around on World Star Hip Hop, and I was like, I've been looking at these debates with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
and I was looking at these debates with Myron Gaines. So I was like, oh, I love the fact of the matter they go into these college campuses and they debating with the students. But a lot of them getting their feelings. What up, Erby? A lot of them getting their feelings, and it just be like, why are you getting your feelings about DEI? You want to have the conversation about it? Let's talk about it. But what you said, sir, you sitting up there saying onboarding is a practice of DEI. Then you sat there and said tampons is a practice of DEI. I was just like, wow, Brody.
Wait, well, I thought.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, and I thought the one because it's for women only.
How does this for women? Onboarding is for women.
No, I think he said onboarding in general is a practice of DEI.
Oh, yeah.
And then I sat there and I said, how?
Yeah, how is that DEI? What the hell you supposed to do? Just put it on the floor. Just go heavy.
Yeah, have at it. We don't know if you don't know what you're doing, right? Don't die in the meantime.
These people are losing their mind out here. Lord, we need more mental health practitioners. Motherfuckers need therapy.
But that's what I'm saying. What happens with the liberals when they get to college campus? They be like, I did a little bit of Google research and stuff like that. I'm smart. I know what I'm talking about. I'm smart.
Just because you're smart don't mean you qualified.
You know what goes on in my head? You know what I think when they said that? I'd be like, I use big words. I'm smart. I read a couple of articles. I'm smart. I'm just like, bro, just because you said a couple of things and you research a little bit doesn't mean you're smart. That's what I'm saying. Reality, man. That's the problem. And I said, how the fuck is DEI these things that you talk about? Even when you're talking about the pilot shit. I said, yes. I put it in a video.
What about the guy who doesn't realize the male determines the sex of the child?
Oh, the guy, the video that I did after that, the black woman is God niggas. That's the one that I did. He sat there and said,
like, what the fuck?
He said, wait, he also said that he said that the woman is God, right? And that his mother is God. And I was like, wait. How are we saying that the mother is God? So that means that, what's up, bro?
That's them dudes that sit down when they pee, man. You gotta be careful with
I
them
think
dudes.
down when they pee.
Damn.
Nah, be them dudes. You see how he got his eyebrows waxed and shit?
What
I
kind
thought
of
he was an
dude
extra
think
for
about
Tyler
the pee?
Perry.
Ain't he worried about his shit touching the toilet water?
Who knows? Maybe he's drinking the tap of the toilet water. Who the fuck knows?
Oh,
I'm just saying
sit down to pee.
that.
Like, you be worried about your meat hitting that water. Like, what the hell?
I'm
Weird.
just saying, at the end of the day, I just feel like these two recent videos I did is because of the fact of the matter that men of these days are fucking flabbergasting. Like they say things, right? And they think they so smart and above everybody else because of the knowledge they say that they have. And I say that's
They believe
cap.
it. And they believe it.
And they
Here's
believe
the
it.
sad thing about it. They believe in these fairy tales about like if you're a shiny knight, you treat women a certain way. But I'm telling you, through experience, the more masculine and like aggressive you are as a man, women love that shit. Like
No.
women love it.
No.
Women love it. Ron, you seen my resume.
No, get
You
out of
seen
here.
my resume.
They were
Get out
Christine
of here.
objects. Christine objects.
I don't even want to know your body count. I don't even want to know
I've
your
taught
body
shit my
count.
whole
Get
life.
out of here.
And every woman I've been with is like a
Keep the
bandit.
cougar
I've
down. I
never.
don't deal with these
Well, that's
modern
why you're
chicks.
probably not married, are you?
No, he is married. He is married.
I'm
Oh.
married.
How long?
Oh shit.
Whew, 17 years,
10 years.
18.
Okay, so sweetheart, you're no spring chicken, and there is no way you can continue to say the more aggressive a man is in your history because you've been married 17 years. Sit down.
Man. Ron, tell her. Don't go to that rumble. Don't go to my rumble.
Sit down.
His rumble is full on evidence of the women that he dealt with.
Pull up. Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
don't
out of here.
believe the hype.
I'm gonna post up.
Get out of here.
People got evidence that everything he say a lie.
Are we calling Cap
no.
or Marquis right now?
Hey, we are CAP.
Cap.
That wasn't me, bro. I'm just telling you it was called.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's all good.
You are talking to a woman who's been married forever, probably longer than you've been alive. And you are talking to a woman who has raised 4 great men.
That's what's
So
up.
you don't feel like masculinity is key. The more the man is
No,
masculine,
masculinity is key.
That's what I just said.
We don't. No. We don't do. No. You're talking. But I heard the word aggressive come out of your mouth.
aggressive.
That's part of being masculine. Testosterone is
No,
aggression.
it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, so you got them two nuts that let you know that you're, come on, man. That's part of being testosterone. It's aggression. It's being assertive.
That is a fake testosterone. You can. I don't have testosterone, and I'm assertive, and I don't have nuts. Point is what?
But you're not aggressive, though, Christine.
Pardon me.
Well, I do.
What would you say? So are you saying that you are aggressive, Christine?
No, I'm assertive.
You're assertive, right? So
Correct.
So he's saying that aggressive is also a trait of masculinity.
I think assertiveness is, and I think what happens until the frontal lobe and all the brain develops, I think they misinterpret assertiveness for aggression, and once they start developing and able to form relationships, they learn it's not the aggression that makes them masculine, it is the assertiveness.
Nah, I think I'm right.
Okay.
Drops mic. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And regardless of what we're saying,
dudes I've seen cry because they lost their girl to me in college. Like, you realize I've seen these. I did everything right. I don't know why. I'm like, dude, just bounce, bro. It's over.
How many? Well, and I'll back off here because
that's the sad part about it. Like, I know I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but it's the character. It's like not being afraid of being masculine. Because so many guys are so afraid to be masculine now. Like they've been taught to be like these Disney characters. That's what women don't like.
I feel like a lot of men today they start to act very like fluid and shit. And it's just all about they fucking fifis instead of sitting up there saying, nah, like you can't be kowtow to a woman so long. You can't.
Well, I don't think there should be kowtowing going on at all in men or women. I think that is a very unhealthy relationship. But I do think that there is a time to be assertive, and there is a time to be show the compassion from men.
Cook my sandwich. Like, is that assertive or aggressive? Cook my sandwich. Or
I'd say go cook
like, can
your
you
own
make me a
sandwich.
sandwich, baby? Can you make me a sandwich? Can you make me a
And
sandwich?
I would go make you a sandwich.
It's the difference in the tone, though.
But you won't get no sandwich next week, though.
You know,
That's the
as I
difference.
told you, I have probably been
That's
married
the
longer
difference.
than you've been alive. And do you know, to this day, my husband has never cleaned a toilet, never made a meal, never bought a car. Just saying. But as
that's cool.
a woman, I've never done laundry. I don't unload the
should.
dishwasher.
Oh,
You slipping.
I thought you did do laundry, Christine.
Do what?
I thought you did actually do laundry.
No, I don't do laundry.
Oh, okay.
No, because we learned this very on in our marriage that if I want to wear something and it's dirty, I'll just go buy new. Or I'll throw everything in the car and take it to the dry cleaner. He's like, whoa. It's like, whoa, what?
Okay. I got where you at with it. Yeah, it's just like I don't. It's like I'm gonna show you. Yo, Erby, what's good, man? What up?
Yo, what's good? I wanted to talk about why he said aggressive is masculine. Well, actually, it's not. What is masculinity? Is strength. It's strength and independence. Aggressiveness is just male emotion. You just got emotional tendency. That's what aggressive is. You don't know how to control your emotions.
I mean, I don't fly off in a rage, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no big J or nothing. I'm not screaming at nobody. Like, but when you gotta just be assertive. I mean, it just comes off as more effective. Like, people respect that more.
So you talk about strength is really strength than aggressive.
I mean, you can conflate the two.
Get breakfast in the bedroom.
I mean, this is my viewpoint, right? It's making me think about gender roles, right? So I think it's a toxic ass culture we have where you have a lot of these dumbass alpha, quote unquote alpha content creators that sit up there and say, men don't cook, and then be like, okay, before you got a girlfriend or a wife, what the fuck was you doing? Like, was you not cooking for yourself, or did you rely on your mom to cook your every meal? Because if you did, that means that you live close to your mama, or you was going to go into your mom's house every day to get a meal. Like, nah, son. So you ain't never cooked for yourself?
Who the hell? Who said men don't? Who said men don't cook? Nigga, I was a chef for 10 years, bro.
Yeah,
like that's one way to get women. Women love a man that can cook.
Oh,
My husband never cooked.
So they don't have to because they lazy.
my husband says, "Don't worry about dinner tonight. I got it." Well, you know what's happening. He's bringing something home to eat. I'm just saying.
And that was keen in my household as an adolescent. Like, shit, I watched my mom, I watched my pops, my grandmother, everybody cook. And that's how I learned. They ain't necessarily say, hey, Kentrell, Truthzone, come to the motherfucking stove. I'm gonna teach you how to fry this chicken. I just watch, I peep game. So,
my mom told me she was like, you better learn how to cook because a bitch ain't gonna cook for you every day.
Right.
That's what I do with my boys.
That's a part of masculinity.
Don't depend on anybody.
Right. And speaking of masculinity, that's a part of it. Cooking, cleaning,
Thank you.
Being well groomed, taking care of yourself, taking care of your belongings, your surroundings. That's a part of masculinity, man.
Alpha dudes would say that it's not part of masculinity, that a woman should.
Those are male chauvinistic pigs that say that.
I was gonna say my daddy raised me. My daddy was a very masculine man. I was scared to death of that nigga as a boy. Like, he walked around stocky. He meant business, but in the same breath, he taught me how to cook. He taught me how to cook, clean. Like, you gonna, like, his definition of clean is like, nigga, ain't no crumbs on the floor, spotless. But in the same breath, he was still a masculine man.
I don't like Dominican food, so I really cook for myself.
Dominican food?
Yeah, I don't like Dominican food. I don't like no ethnic, none of that. Like,
food.
some people like it. I don't like it.
Dominican food is hard to reach. All I know is I'm in New York, right? I don't even know if it's Dominican, but when I get those empanadas, bro, I get those empanadas. Them empanadas hit the spot. You understand? They get and it's different in New York. It's different in New York.
I have a problem because I don't do rice, and there's where my big problem is.
You told me
you don't make rice.
I don't eat rice.
Up, Nick Johnson? But yeah, she told me that she don't do rice, and I do rice. I cook rice. Because it's a good dish to go with like the meat and the beans.
Pepper steak and rice. Look, I just had that today. Like pepper steak.
I can't do rice.
Dirty rice is my favorite.
So what do you use to substitute? What do you use to substitute the rice then, Christine?
I will use noodles or sliced potatoes or things.
Okay.
Ew.
Okay. That's still a starch.
Well, I didn't say I don't do starches.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, you did say the potatoes and what was the other one you said? Noodles.
Or some type of pasta. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you never will do rice.
No, I won't eat rice. I'll cook it for my family, but I don't eat rice.
Okay.
Man, rice is dope, man. Rice
hit the spot. You
shrimp fried rice. Shrimp fried rice.
Yeah. You already know.
Dude, that's shrimp fried rice and a happy ending. That's all I do. Shrimp fried rice and a happy ending.
I was going to move the goalpost back a little bit. I was going to add on one more thing.
What's up?
Somebody will say a man got a female job. Somebody say because I clean windows, that's a woman's job. Like, nigga, I'll put the squeegee down and beat your ass. Nigga, I'll put the squeegee down and beat your ass.
Nigga, I'll stick the squeegee up your throat hole. Like,
wait. That's not a female job. That's usually male dominated.
No. Yeah, and Truthzone, like before I got my new windows where they can come in now, so nobody has to clean them on the outside. They just pull into my house. I would have my windows cleaned, and it was always men that came and cleaned my windows.
That's a male-dominated job.
Right, I think that's
male-dominated job. It's a business.
What they'll say is a female job. What they will say a female job is something that's related to like nursing or sitting up there taking care of patients. That's related to that's what they'll say is a female job.
Right.
You know what I noticed about cleaners? In the daytime, it's always men, but at nighttime, it's always women. Y'all ever notice that?
Ooh.
Yeah, because they're cleaning the fucking bathrooms and shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, I always wanted that. I noticed that.
Women's bathrooms are worse than men's. Women's bathrooms are worse than men's bathrooms.
Yeah, I used to clean.
Because I do housekeeping. I know.
Bro, that's a fact, bro. I used to work in a women's shelter, clean a women's shelter. They was disrespectful. Like, they literally
disrespectful.
Bro, you know what the fuck they did? They would put they would mush toilet paper in the toilet. And then and do it on purpose while I'm there.
Why is that though? Why do I feel like women are more
because they was assholes, truth. They didn't appreciate a man like me sitting up there taking time out of my day to clean their goddamn bathrooms in the women's shelter. I seen it all. Listen, it might be disturbing for your ears.
On the wall.
Listen,
they was stuck on the wall, bro.
I seen it all, Brody, in a women's shelter. They get mad at me because it's time for me to clean. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And then they would do shit like, bro, I seen it all. Dirty ass socks on the floor, panties on the fucking top of the shower cap thing, all these different things, bro. Like, bro, women's
I should clean buildings. I should clean buildings. I can attest to that, bro. When I should clean these buildings downtown Louisville, Kentucky, I went into the women's bathroom, bro. It was period blood in the motherfucking toilet, like somebody poured fruit punch in the toilet. I said, what the fuck is this shit, man?
Women's bathrooms be worse than men's. Women's bathrooms be worse than men.
Too. The male inmates don't play that. They make sure everybody's clean and shower. But the women, they
Fam, they disrespected me, Brody. And I sat back and be like, I'm not cleaning that shit. I'm sitting there.
That's good you mentioned that because there's a popular misconception. There's a myth that women are more cleaner than men.
We are cleaner in certain aspects.
In certain aspects.
But statistics do show women's bathrooms are dirtier than men's.
Hair all over the floor, hair on the soap and all that other stuff. Do you understand the PTSD that I feel right now thinking about the memories I had to deal with when I was in a women's shelter? That shit was wild. they ain't never say thank you. They ain't never say thank you, Bronzebird, for cleaning the damn bathroom. Like, yo, get this motherfucker out of here. Like, this dude is disturbing me. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to use the bathroom. They get mad at me because it's time to clean. I said, y'all in here 24 hours a day. I'm just here about 4 to 5 hours to clean your bathroom, and you mad at me? This is crazy.
Do y'all feel like your upbringing has something to do with it? Cause like even me, man, I got OCD. If I see fucking dust on the ceiling fan, I freak out. I don't know dust. I'm that type of nigga that like clean like that. Cause that's
I'm
how I
not.
was raised.
I'm not gonna
That's how
lie.
my dad raised me.
Yeah,
It's
my
funny.
homeboy like that. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Shooters
It's
all
funny.
good. It's like that nigga Monk from the show Monk. He was like, nigga, that nigga got gloves, he got a mask on. I ain't touching shit,
Oh,
but
yeah,
he's an
yeah,
investigator,
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be out
yeah.
there in the world.
I
You know,
remember that.
it's funny you say that because, like, I grew up in filth. I mean, it was filth, and I am such a neat freak and clean. I mean, it drives me batty. My floors, I got tile floors. They get mopped twice a day. I cannot wear white socks and have my white socks dirty. But my boys, on the other hand, they clean, and I'll look and I'm like, and they just like, Mom, nobody, I will never clean to your standards because you are OCD. So I think that has something to do with it. I grew up in filth. I can't stand filth. I cannot stand a dirty bathtub or a dirty microwave. Oh my God. Those are the two things that are my pet peeves. Dirty bathtubs and dirty microwaves. You know, if you open up somebody's microwave and there's food on top or food on the
Oh,
sides, you
I already
know.
know. I already know.
yeah. It's the food is splattered everywhere and all
Yeah.
that other
You
stuff.
know they're
Like
not a clean person.
you're not a clean person, and you know saying too. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I have my days I get lazy. I might just put my like jacket down or my shirt down or something like that. But something in me be like, Bronzebird, get your ass up and clean. You know where I get that shit from? My parents. More
Normal
specifically,
everyday
my mom.
clutter doesn't bother me. It's
My
the
mother did
filth.
that.
So your
It's the
parents
filth.
taught you how to be that way, Bronzebird?
Yeah, yo,
Same
first and
with me,
foremost,
bro.
do you understand Saturday morning when that fucking gospel music came on, you knew what time it is.
You
You knew what
already
time it
know.
is. When moms
Yeah,
put on that
time to get
gospel
up.
music, she's like,
Yeah.
Bronze, wake up. And I'd be like, can I get like 5 more minutes of sleep? And then you try to get more 5 minutes of sleep because you're trying to get 20 minutes of sleep. She's like, nah, get up. I'd be like, you clean this
Man,
house today.
my daddy come in the room, hey nigga, get your sorry ass up, nigga, and clean this motherfucking house,
Mama
nigga.
Bird, that ass was like, my pops be like, yeah. But I'm be like, nah, seriously. Like, I had to learn like cleanliness because it's important to my family. Like every time, you know what it is parents used to say? I don't know if your parents used to say this, but like when you used to come in the house and your parents used to say, yo, you smell like outside. And when I was a child, I didn't understand what that meant. But as I got older, I said, yep, I get it now. What the fuck were y'all talking about when y'all said that smell like outside? But now when you come in the house, you be like, damn, yo, my parents was right. I understand what it means now. And
Exactly.
cleanliness and to look a certain way when you look cleaned up, especially as a man. Yo, my grandmother did not play that shit. My grandmother was like, where you going? Did you make sure you get a haircut? Did you get the suit or whatever? Bronzebird. Yo, my grandmother was like that. Yo, she did not play.
Yeah.
My grandfather told me about money.
My great grandmother said, no earrings, no long hair, no tattoos. And now we all like Onyx members in this bitch.
And that's what I'm saying. The cleanliness, you got to thank your parents for that. You know what I'm saying? And now these days, it's like I just feel guilty if my house even remotely stays dirty for like a week. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. No crumbs on the floor. Make sure everything is good. Microwave, blah blah blah. Like I don't play. I even get pissed if I see.
Y'all niggas be surprised. I don't want to cut you, bro. Y'all be surprised about how many people live trifling, man. I clean windows, no. So I'm inside of a lot of people's houses, bro. I went to somebody's house one time, man. It smelled like dog shit. I'm thinking to myself, damn, she called the wrong services. She should have called a maid in this bitch.
No, I've been in people's houses where literally it looked like it was like you was off a scene of hoarders. They be like, yo, Bronze, you want something to drink? And then they trying to offer me tap water. I said, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good.
I only want drink. I only want a cup of water about this bitch.
I be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want none of that shit.
But I got some weed. Got some weed.
It was so bad. I'm so bad. Yesterday we had a person come into our house to do something, and at the door I gave him little booty covers and a mask. Just saying.
I did that.
And he had to come in because it was something that needed to be done, and just the smell of him. Yeah, no, he had to put booty covers on, and I gave him a mask.
I don't be having booty. So I mean, I know in certain households, y'all, the famous what's infinitely known is take your shoes off at the door. You know what I mean? They be like, make sure you take your shoes off. My parents do that.
And I do that too, but And I did home care, so I went into other people's homes, and I'm not comfortable taking my shoes off in other people's homes.
Why?
I'm not.
It's just one of those sort of things. Like, nah, because it's
Yeah,
environment.
yeah, because no, can't do it. But I do have booty covers. I got little booty covers. I'm good,
No, I
but
respect that. Yeah.
I don't go into strange people's homes either, though.
Now, of
Man,
course.
I took my shoes. I had a customer today. I was outside like in the mud and shit, and I took my shoes off before. That was just out of respect. I took my shoes off before I went in their house because it seemed like they had new carpet all throughout the house. Let me take my shoes off. Out
Well,
of
if they're
respect.
muddy,
I didn't
then
have no
yeah,
covers on my
please.
shoes, so I just took them off.
Yeah, if they're
I
muddy,
ain't got
of
athlete's
course.
foot, so I took my shit off, and got the job done.
No, I get that, bro. It's just importance in cleaning, and it just goes back to what I was saying about like, yo, the shit that I seen when I used to clean for a living, man. Like, you just be amazed. People don't care because it's not. It's convenient to them that another person is cleaning their shit. And I mean, I'm talking, I guess, publicly because I would have to clean out in offices, buildings, and all that other stuff. So they don't care. The only thing that used to piss me off when I used to be a cleaner is that you have entitled people who don't think about that food, that they waste food. I think it's a pet peeve of mine now. I hate when people waste food. I hate it.
Yeah.
You know where my food goes to that we don't eat?
Where?
My chickens.
Yeah, see?
My neighbors even bring they clean out their fridges once a week and they bring it for my chickens.
See, Christine, it goes to a good purpose, but I can't, I don't like it. And especially when you live in New York City, it's like, yo, why are you taking that food and you're throwing it in the trash? Why? You know what I mean? Like, look, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick.
Yo, Bronze, dog, I gotta ask a question, bro. We gotta debunk a myth. Is it fucking true that the rats is big as fuck, smoking cigarettes on the corner and shit, dog? We gotta debunk that New York shit, bro. We gotta debunk the New York rats, dog. Is they really that big?
No,
it's true.
Christina's in Florida. She's literally talking.
Well, I've seen those rats in New York. They're big.
Seriously, they're seriously, Hurykane. Yeah, they are. I'm not gonna even lie to you, bro. I'm being dead ass.
Because I thought they was big as fuck in Detroit. I'm like, what the fuck?
They're big as fuck in New York. Like
they look like dogs in New York.
Brody, they're the size of cats. You understand?
Oh my god.
They're the size of cats, bro. And the thing about it is, infamously, you'll see them on the subway. But they fucking rats. They are big. They are big. If you ever seen those fucking memes, or you seen that shit about like rats, like this rat going down the subway stairs with pizza, that should be happening. So when people were surprised that they seen a rat carrying pizza down the subway steps, I said, I don't know, especially you New Yorkers, I don't know what the fuck y'all surprised about. Y'all see that shit every day.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's diabolical, man. You fuck around, see a rat carrying the couch back to the crib.
But it's like, it's just, yo, yeah, that's true. The rats will pass you by, but then it's like the only wild shit I've ever seen is rats will look at you, and then the only other animal I've seen that will look you dead in your face is a raccoon. And you would think, oh, New York City, where the fuck you see raccoons? Go to Central Park. You'll see a raccoon right there. That raccoon will give you the stare of death. Raccoons is gangster.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I bigger than a raccoon? And I'm sitting up there looking at that raccoon, scared the shit out of me. This raccoon dead ass look at my soul. The raccoon didn't even look at me, it looked dead in my soul. Like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, dead ass, what the fuck you looking at, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got it, Brody. You got it. I'm not gonna even beef with you. But nah, seriously, rats is big as shit over here. Rats is big as shit. And then you have the rats, you have the stray cats, and all that other stuff. That's what you have over here. It's just because the garbage. Crazy, bro. And now Eric Adams is trying to, and I'm glad he's doing this. He's trying to create a better initiative on trying to have this trash be collected, because these trash gets left out in the streets and these rats have a good time. You know how many times I went up the block, there's trash sitting out there on the corner, and I'm sitting up there just minding my business, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, walk into the store, and I hear something mumbling in the goddamn trash bags. And you thinking, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's a rat.
God damn, man. I'm oh shit. I'm about to get up out of here. Thanks for having me on Bronzebird and my Hurykane JW.
Thank you.
JW, my nigga. Next time I go live, I'm gonna play your music. I'm gonna play your music next time, bro. I ain't want you to think I forgot, man, because I ended the live. Damn, I'm supposed to play my nigga Hurricane's music, man. But I got you next time I go live.
I'm doing so much music, I forgot. I'm doing so much music that I forgot it's still my bar.
I'm gonna go to your channel and I'll play your music next time I go live, bro. I ain't forget about you.
Wait. Oh yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say real quick too. Hurricane, you need to get in touch with what's his name? Bearded Conversations. He does music streams every Friday. So I think you guys need to connect.
Hold on, you said Bearded Conversations?
Bearded Conversations.
What's the name of it?
No, that's his name. The channel is called Bearded Conversations. Go to his channel.
Oh, Bearded.
And he usually does those streams where he has people doing music streams. Shout outs to Brian King. Real quick, Brian King, I don't know if you're comfortable talking about it, but I'm just gonna say I did promise that I would leave your Cash App in if you want it. Oh yeah, that's right. Cool. That's right. Just real quick, to the people that's listening. He lost his brother to self-deletion. I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm not gonna try to get really big into it, but not just because of that. I really care too for all of y'all that's like involved with the Brownstone Powwow. So I did promise that I put his Cash App on here to help with funeral services. So make sure you support Brian King. Make sure that you share that brother some love. You feel what I'm saying? Donate to it. You know what I'm saying? Donate.
I don't want to interrupt, but Brian's okay talking about it, especially that it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Just letting you know.
Cool. So I just wanted to show my love to Brian King. So I definitely made sure that I put that on there. If you don't mind, I might do too much. But like I said, support Brian King with the Cash App. You know what I mean? And my condolences again, Brian King, for sure. Yo mama. Always coming here with different names and shit.
Who's your mama?
Sun Kiss.
Oh. Okay, but I do need to go. I have some proposals I have to get through because I have a meeting tomorrow on them.
I gotta charge my fucking phone. My shit is at fucking 13.
Y'all just want to leave.
No, I have proposals I have to go through.
Christine, as always, thank you so much.
I may get back if these proposals give me a headache.
Now, it's supposed to be a short stream.
I'll be listening.
All right. Thanks, Christine. Thank you, Christine.
Right.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm gonna check out that channel too. I'm gonna check out Bearded Conversation channel. Got you.
Bearded Conversation, all caps. All right.
Got you. All caps. I'm writing it down now. All caps. Bet.
What's your
Hurricane?
Salute, son, kids. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
I'm salty. You ain't never been on my goddamn panel, nigga.
I don't be catchy. I be at work.
I gotta go back to work tonight. I need to sleep. But I want to know how Bronzebird be coming up with the titles to his stream, because that shit be random as hell, be one word.
Yeah, exactly what you said. It just be random. Oh shit! How the fuck did I know I was gonna get this individual? Hold on for just a second. We about to have a show.
Yeah, we were about to have a show real good. Since I'm here on individual people honestly decide to fucking leave the fucking chat. Including the fucking StreamYard too. Like seriously. And who is this? Franny, fragile little granny.
Hold up, Mr. Whatever the fuck, Pinkbow, Birdo. What brings you even here? Like, you just want to start your little charade?
Like seriously, I say what the fuck I want to say. When the fuck you gonna fucking do about absolutely nothing? Are you like this woman's gatekeeper or something? Is that what it is? Obviously, it must seem like that you are. Sticking up for an old woman that's really fucking fragile and a fucking wheelchair came in. Fucking to fit her own goddamn self. And guess what? You fall.
Who's the old woman?
Category. As well. Like,
who's the old
woman? Get your fucking money up. Little
money up. Hey,
like shit, you ain't as really. As well known. As I am on YouTube.
When you talk about
you ain't got the answer.
Because if you want to talk about
my living. What the fuck do you want to me, dude? Not a goddamn thing, motherfucker.
Birdo, you know,
like seriously, I like you know, you best. I mean, ask around. I mean, about
you can ask around. I ask around. We
about
both ask
what
around.
the fuck I'm on. I mean, about like seriously, you ain't about that motherfucker. You know, you ain't got. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? You can't life.
Bitch, I got a lot more. I mean, on me than you ever had in a fucking lifetime. Bitch, I'm well. I mean, well known. I mean, than you. That's I mean, the honest, you know, fact without even a doubt. I mean, you know, dude, I come from all the, you know,
you ain't got nothing going on.
I dude, I've written off, you know, 10 people on the panel. I mean, at one time, dude. Have you ever basically, I mean, done any of that? Probably not. Bitch, I defeated one of the greatest, you know, master trolls. I mean, on the fucking internet of all fucking time, bitch.
Excuse me. What the hell going on?
Yeah, you.
So
just to give you context. So I mean, so there. You want to get mad at, you know, my as usual. Go get all, you know, shit. Seriously, I mean, some more. You.
Hold on, I'm gonna put you back for a second so we can explain what's going on. So Pinkbow Birdo, I guess, is a troll, and this is what their delivery is when they come up on a panel. They just talk fast, and apparently they're trans woman. I don't know what the fuck they are, but
well, I know they're LGBTQIA plus all the letters and numbers too, cause they got that LGBTQIA accent.
Yeah, getting all fucking mad. And guess what? Then you want to, you know, drop me and put me back. Like you fucking weak as fucking hell. I mean, like a.
They're gonna do this
seriously.
Just you gotta be him.
This moment, I'm fucking panel. I mean,
see,
I mean, you know, look. I mean, she's just you know, just about. I mean, as well. Just like dumb man. So like, dude, get you know, money up.
Yeah.
You know,
my money up. You concerned about my finances now, bro?
Making, you know, very, you know, great.
With me?
I'm much more.
How you did that?
You know,
and when you went there,
including
and how you did that?
You me as well. But you know, don't tell me that. But what about
yo?
Those it's all y'all fucking shit. Like one of that's gonna, I mean, destroy your, you know, life.
Okay, is it me?
See, I mean, just look at you like that's.
You know what's happening? That's because I keep muting this person and they keep unmuting and muting.
Oh, they're unmuting themselves. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, I work in the mental hospital now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might be a candidate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it might be a candidate because watch when they.
I mean, exactly. You must be really, you know, actually
crazy.
That is crazy.
You know, Mike, you know, shit.
You see how that happens?
You get all, you know.
So I wonder if
because you know you can't.
Wait, it's a girl, right? Okay, I wonder if she be talking.
You know, myself, like
when they on mute or when you put them backstage, because as soon as they come off of mute or come back on the panel, they automatically in the middle of a sentence. That's crazy.
Yeah. This is what I'm used to. I said, you know what's really crazy? My intuition be telling me, yo, every single time I be guessing who the fuck is gonna come on my panel. I guess Speak Easy was gonna come. He did. I guess that Noelle was gonna come. She did. And I was gonna guess Pinkbow Birdo sometime, some way is gonna come up on my panel. And I don't even know it did.
Because it's June.
Yeah, say something now. I mean, fucking, you know, Calvary. Yeah, I'm the one to get. I mean, the better of y'all. I'm the one dragging. I mean, you're fucking dumb. I see me go.
Drag what? What are you dragging?
Like seriously, like.
What do you mean? What are you dragging?
I'm the one chewing your ass on me. You know, dude,
you ain't chewing shit.
You're picking up to a fucking grade.
What do you mean?
And this little, you know, old lady, you know, fragile lady on the fucking, you know, fucking different. I mean,
who is the old lady you're talking about?
Little sloppy motherfucker. Like seriously, I mean,
if you're gonna say old lady, who are you talking about?
Inside me as well. I'm assuming that he referring to me, but
I mean, that little, you know, fucking motherfucker of yours. I mean, you know, because I bet it's
two things that I don't very
angry. That's why nobody can honestly. I mean, they want to try to get up.
I think he or she is talking about Christine. Are you talking about
Christine? I can't hear nothing you saying.
Hold on, Birdo. Are you talking about Christine? You said old lady because you like who are you talking about? Because usually last time he or she was making fun of Christine and calling about her being old.
Oh, he talking about
Yeah,
Christianity.
look at you. I mean, you know now, but like seriously,
Fucking
you don't even got no. I mean, content, no clips. I mean, of you.
I don't
You're trying
have
to get
no
more
con-
attention. I mean, around here, dude, you're fucking the dumb ass.
sure about that?
Fucking, lifetime, me,
Damn,
dude.
I can't even
Like,
fucking mute the dude.
really, I
I
mean,
can't even mute the dude right now. You didn't
that's
even
why you
answer
trying
the
to put
question.
my.
You didn't even answer the
Did you know
question.
that?
You didn't even answer the question.
Fucking hurt your
But you didn't even
feelings.
answer
I
the
mean,
question.
as usual. I mean,
Can you just answer the question?
right now, probably don't even have.
Who was you talking? Who was you talking about? Well, who was you talking about?
Like, serious, you don't even fucking make that. Like, dude, and you gonna try to sit up
No
here and talk
problem.
about,
No
all these,
problem.
other, it's fucking speakeasy. You want to talk about, Noel, and then when they basically, try to talk about me. You better fucking, look lower. Your goddamn. So that's what you better. Fuck. That's what, because one day you're fucking goddamn bitch.
You still about to be out? What's up?
What the hell? You got crazy. I told you all the crazies come over here. I told you.
You always getting on me about that. I can't control who the hell be hitting the link. Well, I can, but at the same time, I don't be knowing these people who just gonna come here. I didn't know that.
You attracted them.
What just happened?
I mean, shut the fuck. Honestly, take down, the fucking, banner so we can, see what this, little fucking fucktard, honestly is. Like, dude, you want something too? You want to get fucking, dragged too? Because I can tell you right now, you better.
Wait, you want to drag Hustler and Muscular? Do you want to go at it?
Because I would really
have the potential of dragging Hustler and Muscular.
I just came here, so
yeah, you gonna get, the one being, getting tired, before me, that's a guy.
I mean, if,
yeah, because you better.
This is about to be comedy hour. What happened? What happened? Hey, it's about to be comedy hour. I'm just letting you know. If you can't handle it, I'm sorry. I just want to laugh.
Good night.
Peace.
Salute to Sunkiss.
Yeah, she got the fuck out of here real, fucking, quick. Yeah, exactly. I'm the one tearing, your fucking panel now. We gonna fucking do about it.
What are you tearing?
You're not gonna do a goddamn thing about it.
You ain't tearing nothing.
You don't even have control of me over your own goddamn panel. Like, dude, seems like this is my fucking.
This is control right here.
Where you gonna broccoli? Dude.
Mute your ass
fuck,
again,
absolutely nothing. And this is
what are you saying?
That dumb tard that came up on the fucking panel seems like he's a little, fucking mentally ill. Himself. Like, dude,
you sure you ain't mentally ill? Why do you say
who the hell are you talking about?
Honestly, like
he or she is apparently
like, dude, you don't even know how to basically. Rose are basically dragging anyone, dude. Like, dude, your fucking pawns are, Rose are more like they were fucking 7-year-old. Motherfucker, like seriously.
You the one that's acting like a 7-year-old.
Intelligence, motherfucker. Like seriously. You try to you're very bad. Compare. Look at your profile. Compare. Mine. Which at least mine's got little.
Do you ever do nursing rounds?
Yours don't got honestly. Nothing. On it. Like, dude, when people honestly, look at your fucking dumb ass. Like seriously.
When they look at your dumb ass with the avatar with the wig, do you really wear? Hey, Birdo, I want to ask you a question. Do you really wear a wig?
Who the fuck was that? This Birdo with a goddamn...
look at you. Like seriously. Fucking mad, shit. Like, you can't even, fucking, keep up. You're fucking slower than that. Person, out here on the fucking YouTube streets. Like,
favorite in my life. Because
you're fucking,
huh?
In the middle.
I can't hear you.
Like, dude, you're dumb.
What happened?
Bronzebird,
Stop
what?
Yourself
what happened?
Damn.
Like, Brad.
You said what?
What?
Yeah.
That's so you might honestly, want to, stick back and go back. To your own little fucking farm, or go back and like I said, go back to the corner sitting in the chair, cry like.
Go back where?
The bitch that you fucking are. Like
go back to where?
Except your game a little bit.
Go back to where?
Because you obviously can't afford basically cars.
I can't afford what?
Towards the expensive stuff that I basically
go back where?
Lifetime.
Go back where?
Goddamn,
go back where?
Just look at at you. Like seriously.
Why are you stuttering so hard right now, bro?
Every step away of shape of form. Like Brad, you're just like the rest.
Bruh, why are you stuttering so hard though?
I mean, what good are you basically? I mean, comment shit. I mean, huh? Absolutely. I mean, nothing. I mean, dude, bitch, at least I'm the one that has it. I mean, it must be job and the one that
you don't even know what you're saying right now.
Money, too. But what about your fucking dumb ass? Probably saying that.
You stuttering so hard.
Chips. I probably got a gut. I mean, hang around. I mean, pass. I mean, your mother.
Are you calling me fat?
I mean, like.
Wait, are you calling me fat?
Because that's correct. You are, guy. Like white crab. Go open up that little fucking, belly. I mean, of yours. Like, why don't you go?
What are you saying?
I bet the fuck that you.
You just notice how you had to take a breath because he was talking nonsense just now.
He called you fat.
He just called me fat.
I mean, you such a simple.
I mean, fucking. I mean, look at you. I mean, you always. I mean, very. I mean, very. Pretty. Trigger. I mean, aren't you? Yeah, exactly. You want to sit there.
Wait, did you just call me pretty?
Shit. Yes,
you call me attractive.
Really working out your fucking papers now, is it? Bitch, I mean, people are honestly, I mean, the ones laughing at, at your goddamn asses. What the fuck are you doing? Bitch, I mean, people are actually, rooting for me at me right now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. People are going to be, going back, rewatching, this fucking
rewatch
shit. Guess what? They're going to be rooting for me. I mean, motherfuckers, guess what? Because I'm the one that brings out, views. I'm the one that brings out,
oh, you think you that important?
I'm the one that brings out, all of it. But guess what? You don't honestly, bringing nobody. Guess what? That's what I'm here. I'm entertaining.
I'm fair to say that bullshit.
Bitch, you're dumb. Channel would be going down. The fucking brain.
I'm dumb now.
For me, guess what? If you're not basically, go around that time.
Oh man, Birdo. Fellow Bird, nice to meet you.
Go basically, do that. No, but you probably, to be honest, because you ain't getting about that much, but you can't even afford it, over $100.
I can't afford what? I can't afford what? I can't afford what? I can't afford what? Wait, hold on. I can't afford what? I can't afford what? I can't afford what? Answer the question. Wait, answer the question. I can't afford what?
Like seriously.
What?
Get up, dude.
What? I can't afford what?
You walk like a duck whenever you're walking across, the street. Is that
Wait, hold on. I swear to you, did Birdo just create his own language? Or she, whatever the fuck, did it just create his own language?
What the fuck is going on here, man?
it was just fucking doing seriously.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I did say it was going to be a short panel. I'm letting this shit run until 10. This is hilarious.
Exactly. Yes, goes to show that I'm the one getting better. Your dumb ass. Dude, you're not doing the goddamn thing, even about it.
Of course I'm not doing a goddamn thing. You don't even know what you're saying right now, Birdo.
Give it to me. You're honest, best shot, because they're not doing too well. Dude, I feel like, people, I took motherfuckers, lose, Millie, Hill, people, like you, like seriously. Just like this fucking dumb target, this fucking, Bird, person, like crap. Like, you think you have, what it takes, to be like me? Bitch, I can tell
you. I don't want to be like you.
People, on the pen line.
I'm not trans.
People have you honest,
I'm a male.
Oh, right, absolutely, nothing. You haven't done, any of that.
Haven't done what? Haven't done what?
Is probably all fucking brown,
Haven't done what?
Orange. Guess what? You might want to go get that. That fucking, checked out. Like that's one thing you might want to go, go do right now.
What?
Behind your and down your muffin, legs and booty and crap. Like, dude.
Booty and crap,
stretch. Is that what the fuck you are? Like, bro, you rub your face up other guys, ass. Is that what you? You fucking do? Do you like get a good kick? Out of that. Just like your fucking, name.
Stop it. Get some help.
It reminds me of that too. Like crap. Like you really. Obviously.
I can't. What are you talking about?
Fucking, other guys. Behind. The fucking scenes. You don't want to admit that. Do you? Don't seem like you do. But guess what? We all know that. What the fuck you honestly do? We all know. that. You be going around. In other guys' room and fucking them. And guess what? Look at your assholes and buttholes and cheese. Guess what? We know you.
Look at what?
Be out of there.
Wait. Did you just say look at? Wait,
what did he say?
Wait. It said something about looking at assholes and butt cracks or some shit.
Oh no, we don't do that shit over
here. We know that you be going around. Fucking
we don't do that shit over here, wherever you are.
I mean, getting good. I mean, getting kicked. I mean, out of there. I mean, is that what you? I mean, be doing? I mean, behind the the scenes.
Wait, why are you stuttering so hard? Like, Birdo, why are you stuttering so hard? Like, I understand this is your whole thing. I enjoy this shit, ironically, right? But why are you stuttering so hard, yo? You trying to talk and you can't get your voice, you can't get your thoughts out. Articulate your words, sir or ma'am.
I mean, it's fucking. I mean, look at you. I mean, you're dumbass. And anyone that basically, try to make fun of me, someone else, basically, I mean, you
will never be Twister.
I must, words I can basically, I mean, do that. You must, I mean, want me to. I mean, that, goddamn, I mean, for you. I mean, this must, guy, I mean, wants to sit about on the, table. And guess what? I mean, suck. I look, I see, digging, and look at them,
Whoa, suck what dick?
That's what. You probably she said another guy. See, I mean,
yeah. What?
I mean, as well. I mean,
say what?
Is that what you? I mean, you must, shit. Is that what you? I mean, you must, I mean, because I can tell you, I mean, right now, because I understand, I mean, on the line, and I do, pretty much. I mean,
what are you saying?
I mean, look at my, pretty much. I mean, working it, too. I mean, do you like that? I mean, this month, diamond ring. I mean, do you like that? I need my, I mean,
what the fuck are you saying, bro?
I mean, I said on my, blue eyes, shit. I mean, they honestly, pretty much. I mean, stand out, and then I see, pretty much, back, thinking around, pretty much. I mean, too.
Yo, I get.
I mean,
what are you saying? What are you saying?
Pretty much. I mean, because I'm the one to understand. I mean, maybe I'm, profile, picture, but guess what?
Profile picture.
Jordan, probably. I mean, not sure. I mean,
this is the most annoying part.
With me, but guess what? But everyone else, pretty much. I mean, knows. I mean, where I put it for behind the scene.
What are you talking about?
I mean, the movie, because I'm the one to understand. I mean, I mean, back and forth. I mean, to work. I mean, every.
What?
Week. And that's why I'm the one to make it. I mean,
I'm gonna give you like 7 more minutes.
I'm the one that has a and guess what? I'm thinking very much. I mean, very.
7 more minutes. You out, Brody.
I mean, the bills must be pretty much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, on this. Wow. Guess what? He's gonna be. I mean, Bruno. I mean, 12. I mean, this month. I mean, September. Too. And guess what?
September. What? What's good with you putting up all these random fucking like words and sayings? I don't get it. Like shit is funny as fuck.
I mean, I was pretty much. I mean, triggered on me right now. Did you get out of there? With my mic and pretty much. I mean, shit. I was getting pretty much very triggered. Did you get honestly? I mean, be my brother.
You
must driver has to saying.
And it's done, bro.
Your brain. I mean, honestly, I mean, you must get about it. You see how.
You don't even
get it right now. Yes, pretty much, exactly. I mean, I'm the one that basically, I mean, derailing your, streaming. You get my. I mean,
you're not derailing my stream. You're not derailing it. This was already a free topic.
I'm just getting out of your, and pretty much, shit. Yeah.
No, Birdo, I enjoy it. I enjoy
it.
Especially when you went on Psyche, you said what you said.
Too. Because I can honestly, go all night. I mean, with your goddamn ass.
What?
Want me to? I made the month, thing because I mean, I mean, honestly, I mean, get tired of I mean, nobody. Pretty much, I mean, get tired.
I still don't know what you're saying. I still don't know what you're saying.
Discord, pretty much, I mean, too. I mean, once you understand me, go around here, basically, I mean, actually, you can understand me, go around, actually, around. I mean, that's
what?
I mean, right now, you're gonna go and you actually.
It is kind of getting boring now. All right, Birdo. Congratulations. The exit stage left, Brody.
What was that about?
Yo, it was about Birdo. Watch, because I bet you, I'll put it back on her screen. Next person is going to be able to talk. That's just what they do. They randomly come to panels and just randomly say random shit, and they try to talk fast like they Twister. So that's what Birdo likes to do. This is what they like to do. So you peep. This is a whole entire thing. Look.
I mean, what else is there? But I mean, gotta say, I mean, for yourself, I mean, I'm not sure, really, championship. I mean, I'm get to it, and I do, pretty much. I mean, well, I mean, what
you see what I mean?
I mean, because I'm the.
You see?
Yep, I see.
So that's what they do.
I say, I mean, 4 days a week, and guess what? I'm going to be, doing that
random shit that don't make no damn sense.
I mean, myself, I'm the one that honestly, I mean, creating my profile, picture.
Like when I mute, they still do it. Watch.
I mean, on that, I'm the one honestly. I mean, but and I'm the one that honestly. I mean, change. I made the diamond ring. You know how you see? I made the Greenland movie. I guess what? I'm the one that honestly did not put that. I mean, on my Birdo.
All right.
And guess what?
No, seriously, after a while, it is getting stale now. Come on now, because it is really like that. I
It
feel
really
like
is.
yeah, it started to
Now,
get
where
stale.
did
Now.
everybody go?
Everybody had some busy shit to take care of. I already said it was going to be a short panel, so it doesn't mind me, right? I mean, I said I was going to do a small little panel. The Wednesdays is usually not the days that I do panels, but I just figured let me do a panel on
I thought
Wednesday.
you did your shit on Sunday nights, Saturday nights, one or the other. Yeah.
So I've been really busy recently, so I haven't really like been able to sit down. I've been viewing topics. I've been viewing shit. I was just roasting the fucking Manosphere yesterday because of some dude named BGS's panel. And I was sitting up there saying, if you motherfuckers talk about women all the time, when do you focus on the men since y'all are Manosphere? See, that's something that has to get corrected. You know, and that's
women and men, God, both genders. Sheesh.
But when I mentioned the fact of the matter that it was about Men's Mental Health Month, right? I just got trolled in the chat, and some idiot decided to threaten me, and I was just like, okay, why am I being threatened? Because I came up in y'all chat and I'm asking conclusive questions. Why? I mean, look, listen, I get it. We're men, we're straight, we love women. But at the same time, when does it stop becoming a circle jerk conversation on panels about women? When do we talk about men's mental health and talk about the fact of the matter men still are the leading dominant gender that suffers from self-deletion? When? That's right, May. May, hit this link. Let's go over. Let's debrief about what happened. I'm glad you hit this link. May. But you know, and just like I said, and I'm proud of MOT for going on there because MOT made a lot of sense. But that's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of older men sitting up there coming on panels, and all they ever talk about is child support. And sit up there talk about women this and women that, and it's just like, yo, I seen that, watch that last night, and I'm just in the chat. But they was like, yo, get this troll out the chat, yo, and I was like, you love it, I love it, because when you I shouldn't say this, but it's me being funny, but you do, like, y'all don't realize, you do know that I love it when you guys keep sitting up there trying to tell me get this troll out the chat. That's like an orgasm to me. I love that because you're encouraging me to keep going. And I'm gonna keep on fucking going because I'm a fucking troll.
I didn't need to know all that, but thanks for sharing.
Look, listen, I get a high off of that. It's not like I like really orgasm. I get a high. I get a high off of that because I'm not gonna stop saying what I'm saying. Who the fuck gonna block me? Because I'm telling the truth. You don't want to hear it. That's why. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you for coming, Birdo. Finally. Because you just, yeah, I am starting to get like a little bit of headache from that shit. Come on, Brody. That shit is enough. You know? But that's that slow. But yeah, that's why I said I was done with the Manosphere going on. What do you call it?
Well, don't be completely done with it. Just pick the aspects of it that you like. That's what I do. I don't do everything
I'm done with the Manosphere.
Bit by bit.
Nope, I'm done with the Manosphere. I've been done with the Manosphere since about 2022, 2023. I still supported people that was in the Manosphere, but I've been said I was done. I said I'm leaving the Manosphere. Fuck is it for me? Niggas was all over the place. It was disorganized. And niggas' main objective was to sit up there and talk about women. But the women that they did have there, they fucking simped out for. I don't need to say names. The ones that came up in the space and stuff like that, they simped the fuck out.
How'd they simp out?
Huh?
How'd they simp out? You don't mind my asking.
The fucking cash apps and the way that they would talk. I mean, the last one I remember is Brownie. Brownie don't got a YouTube page no more. But what my whole point is, they put there.
She don't got a page.
Where that? Because I don't see her around no more.
Well, she ain't did a live in a while. I mean, she ain't got a page. I mean,
no, it literally, like, you know,
a week ago or whatever the fuck.
Nah, shit, I don't see her page no more. But what I'm saying is, when it used to be those, what up, man? When it used to be those dudes that out there did that. Yeah, go ahead. When you sat there, when I was just saying real quick, they were used to simp out. They used to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take you out on a flight. I'm gonna buy you something. You my baby, you my wifey. What up, boo? And this, that, and the third on the fucking stream. And then even not even in a joking manner, they would say it randomly on fucking stream. How many times you gonna call a woman beautiful on stream until they tell you shut the fuck up? How many times? They don't get annoying to you fucktards that y'all need to stop that shit? I mean, you could call a woman attractive, that's fine, but how many times y'all gonna keep doing it? Do something the fuck out. Manosphere totally went against their mission. And like I always said, they was dick riding Kevin Samuels. I said that. And I stand the fuck on that shit. What up, May?
Hey, what's going on? That was crazy the other day, wasn't it?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What happened the other day?
Well, Big J was called forth to the principal's office to master teacher BGS's camp. He was, told that he needed to come and explain himself. Because I think that there's this guy named AB, and he decided to pull up on Big J. And in honesty, we handed AB his ass collectively. He decided that he wanted to invite us to his channel to prove that he wasn't female gynocentric. And what happened was Big J pulled up not only BGS's content, just looking and scrolling. AB was like, well, I focus on men. And we were like, well, let's see. And so Big J pulled it up. And I mean, every single stream just about was like, ooh, feminism. Ooh, look what the feminists are doing to the black man. And bitches is losing jobs. And it's going to be a cold winter, all of that stuff. And it's just like, hey, dude, that's gynocentric. Men deserve spaces for men. And nobody needs to tell them what to do and what to be per se. But you can't say that you really promote men and all you talk about is like women constantly. You know what I mean?
Agreed. And that's why I said we went on there. What up, Bearded Conversation? I referred someone to your panel, so be on the lookout for that. But anyway, like I said, like that's what I'm saying. How many times have you guys had 5 to 10 hours live streams talk about nothing but women, and you guys are claiming this is about the benefit for the manosphere and for men? How many times? Many. And then you have these goofies that sit up there and talk shit about my channel and sit up there and say, well, Bronzebird, what the fuck do you do? I said, Bronzebird, you know how many content I've made strictly about men? Yeah, I have content on here that's geared towards women. I will not deny that. But I even had panels with all men discovering about masculinity, sitting up there talking about all these different things that is essential to men. The thing about self-deletions and all this other stuff. I put in the fucking work. I don't even know if Master Teacher is monetized. I'm not monetized. And I put in the fucking work. And this is what I mean. This is why I can't respect that sector. I don't know. I respect MOT Big J for that reason. Even though there are certain things about Big J I don't understand. But at the same time, it comes to a point. You ain't teaching shit to men that these other motherfuckers ain't teaching to men, which is fucking toxic shit about y'all talking about women all day. Like, I don't know. Listen, on a Friday night, a bunch of old niggas sit up there on panel, sit up there talking about the women this, the women that, the women da-da-da-da. Nigga, I'm gonna get some pussy. I ain't trying to stay with you niggas on a Friday night. Fuck you. I want to go out, have fun, meet a woman, chill with her and stuff like that. I want some pussy. Y'all motherfuckers seem like y'all having circle jerk sessions. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, the thing is this, like, how many men, the men in my family and people, men I know, they have their own, like, their own male circles. Like, they got their male friends, they got male cousins, uncles, they got their dad, grandfathers. They have men, coaches and stuff like that from high school, maybe. They got mentors in business. I mean, I know men who know other men. They have their own circle, like social circles, real men they trust in real life, first of all. So my thing is, if you have to come online and this is like your only source of masculine manhood mentorship, like, what's up with that?
Niggas lost. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how could you? First of all, the thing that got me is when dudes really picked up on a whole Kevin Samuels shit. That's what really kind of pissed me the fuck off, because I remember me and MOT used to speak about it all the time on this dude Aegon stream. We used to always talk about that. We're like, yo, why the fuck are these dudes always talking about high value? And this, that, and the third. Started off with that. and then you just see a bigger content about, men to women and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Now, don't get me wrong. It is certain things that women in today's society is doing bullshit. And man, I be joking around with you when I call you sisterhood. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, we have an understanding. Shit ain't right. Certain things is going on in just in general in this society where shit is just off between the men and the women. Just this, right? But to make a panel about it, all your videos, and you say, oh, the gnocracy and blah, blah, blah. After a while, that shit gets stale. When did it's like, I get it. You prove your point. You sit up there and say, oh, modern day women, toxicity, and da-da-da-da. Okay, fine. But if it's supposed to be about the betterment of men, where do you move the goalpost to talk about something else? Where?
I would love for him to explain what percentage do men need to be concerned with women? Like, is it 10% of their life they need to be concerned? Is it 80%? Because it's looking like 80%, 85%, based on what they're focused on. They spend hours upon hours. And that's the thing. They're going from channel to channel doing that. So you add the totality of hours in a day. Like, I'm married and I'm like heterosexual and I got a husband. And I guess if anybody was going to be obsessed with like, how do I keep a husband? What do I do with the husband? What's the science of the husband, the household, the family? I guess I would be an ideal person because it actually would apply. I should be spending 8 hours on the internet obsessing about something, trying to keep it, right? These dudes don't have nothing. Like dude AB, he didn't even have a woman. How do you justify spending 8 hours a day talking about women on different panels and different channels, and you don't even have a woman in your life?
What is the thing that AB said before? Like a quote that you remember AB saying about women?
I don't remember anything. I don't know who AB is. I've seen him around BGS in the chat and stuff like that.
Or what he said to Big J?
No, he just came up there to confront Big J on behalf of like defend BGS because Big J was going through, he was going through his channel and he was like, this is about women. This is about women. Damn, all the content is about women. And, I'm not against men. I don't have issues. I'm not in the gender war at all. I have in the real world, I deal with excellent men, excellent black men. So I'm in disbelief to some extent of some of the bullshit that I hear online, all this humdrum, black men are this, black men. I ain't buying the shit because that's not what the fuck I'm not buying it. I'm not fucking buying it. And I always say this, if you look around, I would say this to BGS and his crew, if you look around and everybody's fucked up and all the women are so fucking pathetic and hateful and this and that, you might need to change your station and your space that you occupy, your environment. You need to go where better people are. That's all I can say. If I turn around and see a whole bunch of fucked up black men, I say I'm probably in the wrong place, What you say, Wacky?
What's up, Wacky?
No, I was just saying what's up to you, May. And,
hey.
And everyone else, Hustler, Muscular, and Bronzebird, what's up again, right?
Hey, Hustler.
What's up? But May,
what's good?
I like what May is saying, right? But let me just ask May and everyone else in the live this, right? Isn't it funny how BGS talks about how all these females are losers and what have you, but yet he always wants to present this negotiation table for black males could negotiate with these same females he says is pathetic and what have you. Isn't that ironic?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the ironic part. Now I've been saying this about BGS since 2017 about that, right? And now it's like this, right? When you do the timeline with BGS, back during Donald Trump's first administration, he stated that Donald Trump is going to remove government assistance, thus putting black females in a position where they'll be in a negotiation table with black males and they'll come back together.
That's bullshit.
That never happened, right?
That never happened.
Right.
You fast forwarded to 2020, and he stated because of COVID and how COVID negatively impacted the American economy, that black females will be losing their jobs, thus will be in a negotiation table with black males and they'll come back together. That never happened.
Still ain't happened.
Now BGS, right, in when he made that reply to Big J, he stated another prediction, right? He said that right now, this Trump's second administration, that so-called black females are going to lose their jobs. Thus, they're going to have no choice but to go to this negotiation table and come together with black males.
Still never happened.
It's not going to happen. So it's like this guy keeps wishing for this negotiation table to happen. It's like, dude, give it up. You know,
his crowd wants to hear that though. His crowd needs to hang on, just like AB. He got all this conversation, all that content about women, and I asked him one simple question: AB, do you have a woman? He said no. I said, you do understand that a man has the dominion for the most part over the woman that he has chosen. That's where your dominion and your concern comes from. You don't have the whole world. You don't have to worry about all the women, all these bad, terrible women. They're not your problem. If you choose a woman on your own, that's the woman that you concern yourself with. You don't even have a woman, so what are you worried about? He couldn't answer. He couldn't answer.
But this is the thing, though. BGS benefit off of an idiot like AB. he benefits off of that because AB is so damn dumb that he soaks up everything that BGS says. And allows BGS to influence them. I mean, it's a dang shit that you got adult males who allow some stranger on YouTube who lives 3,000 miles away to influence your way of thinking like that.
Yeah.
That shit is wild. Like, how do you, and you don't have the backbones, like, you really, it's like a random war. Like, I'm gonna go over to Big J and I'm gonna ride out for BGS. Even though BGS never fucking asked your dumb ass to anyway. You feel what I'm saying? It's sad. These dudes is in their, what are they, 40s and their 50s? Probably in their 60s.
Looking for mentors.
Looking for mentors. That shit is wild. Yeah. Why you think I felt the way I felt when it came to that, when Kevin Samuels was alive, G? Yo, I used to be like, yo, y'all niggas is weirdos. Like, y'all dudes just sit up there like praising this man like he said the greatest thing in the world, like he's your father. And you goofy ass niggas gonna sit up there and talk about he's a father, the grandfather, this, that, and third. He should be honored with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Nigga, you crazy?
Whoa. Yeah, that's whoa, damn. So that's crazy.
That's what they dead ass fucking said. And Brody, I used to be the same nigga. I used to be like, all y'all is dickheads and dick riders. I didn't give a fuck. Women got it too. I sat up there and said, yo, if you the one that's doing that and you riding for Kevin Samuels, you's a dick rider, bro. Real shit. Like, you riding the fucking wave. Like, we all know it. You a cheerleader. And that's what I'm saying. I ain't no man. Listen, ain't no fucking man in this world, regardless if I'm in my brokest days or I'm in my richest days, ain't no man in this world going to tell me my value, especially when it comes to a woman. I determine that shit, not you.
Exactly.
The fuck?
Exactly. You determine that stuff, man. And I love the fact that Bronzebird, what you said, you said you got these males who are in their 40s looking for role models on the internet, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and me, I turned 40 a couple of months ago. And even me, I find that weird.
Yeah,
you know, I find that weird because, like, once you turn a certain age, right, you realize that, hey, listen, you're too old to do and think a certain way. You're too old to do certain things. You realize that you're a little bit too old to say certain things, and you're too old to have a certain way of thinking.
Right,
motherfucker, you're too old. If you're in your 40s, you're damn too old to look for a role model.
Look for a role model.
Yeah, because once you're in your 40s, right, you're transitioning into your eldership phase, right? You're supposed to be. So how in the world you're transitioning to, or you're supposed to be transitioning to your eldership phase, and you're looking for a role model? You're supposed to be that role model to that younger generation.
Right.
What if it's an older man or someone with more experience? Older person with more experience. I don't know.
Exactly. But it goes to show you how, unfortunately, when it comes to so-called black people, not all, but unfortunately, large percentage, that we still suffer from arrested development.
Amen.
You could be 40, 50 years old and still be a child in the mind, looking for a daddy.
But Wacky, don't put these couple of handful of cult leaders and stuff on black men as a total. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just think this is an online cesspool that found itself together, you know, crying together and coping together.
Again, shout outs to MOT.
Good point. Yes.
Shout outs to MOT for that work. Shout outs to MOT. You know what I mean? That's what I was talking about earlier.
Shout out to my man MOT. Shout outs to him.
Yeah, I've always liked MOT. I remember I was in the chat once. He was just like, "Yo, Bronzebird is a troll. Don't fuck with him." And I'm like, "What the fuck? I thought he was cool, Brody. Like, what the fuck?"
One thing about MOT, he has sometimes he'll jump the gun on something every blue moon. Sometimes.
And this is the opposite side of what I'm saying about these toxic ass content creators. Because you got BGS, that's one side of it. But then it's the what I was saying earlier, the black woman is God niggas. The anti-black men, black men. Shall I name names or shut the fuck up? I mean, let's just really be honest. I mean, I would have said Roadrunner, but like that dude is just trying to get black women to like white men.
Man, we can see, look, if we could see them goddamn DMs, boy, the devil would shout.
Shit. You know what I mean?
You mean these black women as God motherfuckers still exist on YouTube?
Yes. Yes.
This is
DJ
crazy.
Touch Dick was one of them, aka DJ Torch.
Started with his mom.
Hell no.
DJ Torch was one of them. Alexander Brandon was one of them. Who else?
There was a
another
guy
one
on yesterday from that.
And I remember, I'm sorry to cut you, but Wacky
Go ahead.
mentioned how
Go ahead.
we're older people still looking for role models. Unfortunately, you got you have elders and you have old kooks. Elders are the ones that are there to guide us when we're young and until we're older, about as old as they are. Then you have the old kooks that just be spewing bullshit just to misguide us.
Right. What are you getting more of?
DJ, I won't say his whole name, but DJ, who is one of those guys.
DJ Touch Dick. Yeah, DJ Touch Dick. He's giving incel energy. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I swear to God, if what's his name, Steve Harvey and Derek Jackson did the fusion dance from DBZ, you'll get DJ Touch whatever.
Oh,
yeah. Look, don't mind me. I'm the one that calls him DJ Touch Dick. But
he's not relevant because he don't even get 100 views. He's not relevant, and it's just like
he used to clown me about my channel too.
I bet you laughing now. I bet you.
Yeah, I'm laughing. Yeah, I'm laughing at that clown. That clown used to sit up there and used like, "Yeah, but you subscribers." I said, "Who comes to your page, Brody? You have a tampon. You have a tampon cult. Okay, you. This is a tampon feel good conversations over there. Exactly. You understand? And the thing about it is. The thing about it is, when you look into the scope, a lot of these anti-black men, it's always the same recipe. Something tells me that they don't socialize with a lot of women in real life. They're very, very introverted.
Or
and rainbow. They give off, they're rainbow, or they have incel energy. I mean, I've seen it when they used to go up on women's panels and be like calling women pick-me's and shit. And then come to find out one of them used to abuse their fucking baby mother. I forgot dude's name. It used to be some light-skinned dude with dreads. He used to come up on people's women's panels and shit and talk about, well, why you doing that when it comes to black men and try to spew out all these statistics. You can kiss my ass when it comes to statistics. Not saying that you don't need them, you do. But y'all do it for confirmation bias. Let's really be real about that. Now, the thing about it is, how many of y'all, since y'all saying that y'all want to correct black men, how many of y'all do the fucking work? How many of y'all was mental advocates? How many of y'all sat there and advocated for black men to go to therapy and go get mental help? How many of y'all? Not near one of them. DJ Touch Dick didn't. Alexander Brandon just wanted Prism to ride with him. And then a couple of other people, and I ain't going to even say the other dude's name. I just call him Grandma Voice. That nigga wasn't about black men. That nigga was never about black men. He was about women by his side. And the best they could do is sit up there and team up to go against Bronzebird. You know why? Because I keep it real. Y'all niggas don't make men's content. None of y'all do. Y'all sit up there and make content for the validation of women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By throwing black men under the bus.
I want to ask
everything we need to do, but don't say shit about what the ladies need to do. Keep the shit balanced. That's what I try to do on my panels. Just saying. Yeah.
Just saying.
I want to ask this. Hustler and Bronzebird and Wacky, do you guys, at least when you have needed men, guidance, support, mentorship, have y'all had in your real life other men, brotherhood that y'all can turn to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the military, so yeah, I had it.
Yeah.
I had my father, a whole bunch of uncles, and older male cousins, and I even had older male role models who used to just sit there and provide me wisdom. You know, like older brothers in the community and older brothers in the community I come from, which is the Hebrew Israelite community. So I've been blessed to have many older and positive and strong male role models in my life.
I'm gonna say I have my father, I had my my uncle for a while, before he passed away. Had my grandfather. I had learned more about business because of my grandfather. So, I thank him for that. And plus I had my homies, I had my friends. Still to this day, like I always say and I always think, one of my homies that's really near and dear close to me, I consider him like a brother. And the reason why is because when I was down and out, when I was going through my depression, the dude still called me. He's still like, "Yo, you good? Yo, we gonna make sure you good, Brody. Like, you not like, Brody, you don't even you need to sweat that." You know what I'm saying? It's those times when you vulnerable where you sometimes you need that person to just be like, "Yo, you good?" You know what I'm saying? So you had that. His brotherhood. I've also been involved in a lot of men's mental health groups. So there's positive Black men that's trying to make a change in the community and not be afraid to be like, "Yo, bro, hit me up if you need help, or hit me up to make sure you good," and stuff like that. So the essence of what I went through, I have plenty of men that put me on the right track. And we always discuss about different things. Yeah, we talked about women. We talked about women, but we also talked about shit that was essential to men. I remember going to men's mental health groups and we was talking about bettering our fucking body. You know what I'm saying? Herbs and all these different things that we need. So I've always had that in the cabinet. What's up, Underrated Darkness? You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud to know that I have a lot of positive Black men that's
in real
really
life.
about
In real life.
Yeah, in real life, not sitting around on fucking panels just circle jerking talking about women all day long and 24/7. It's different. You feel me?
Yeah. How about you, Hustler? Hustler Muscle.
H&M.
Oh,
Well, he did stated that in the military he had.
Oh, he said in the military. Okay.
In the military, he had older male role models that influenced him in his real life. He did state that earlier.
Okay, yeah. And
Underrated Darkness.
Yeah.
What up, my guy? Long time no see. What's up, my brother?
Peace to everybody in the chat. Peace to everybody on the panel. I just want to let you know, keep up the fine work, and just understand this is Men's Health Month, and it's very important. As me turned 59 last Wednesday, it's very important to me to make sure that the man is fine. And I'm just saying it's cool to hit him up in an email or other parts of social media, but make sure it's up to them. If they want you to give them the number, check on them. Be a hearing ear. I feel that is very important. Sometimes lost us as men. We want to be, "Oh, you should have done this and done that." Be a hearing ear, please, because you don't know what the next brother is going through sometimes. Sometimes that be silent sometimes could be encouraging. And I just want to say that, and make sure when you talk to each other, make sure you be genuine. Don't be judgmental. Oh, because you shouldn't. No, I don't want to hear that shit. Just make sure that you have the best of my interest. And I feel that is very important, So we got to be more genuine. We got to be more into each other, and I feel that is very, very important, So let's do this beyond, Man Health Month. Let's do it beyond that. And I think that's for me it is, because I don't want to just somebody reach out to me not too long ago, like a few days ago. You ain't heard from me, and I ain't seen you in a while. You know what I'm saying? So let's let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And understand that, especially us as Black men, we need each other more than ever, the young and old. So as me being older, I'm gonna do whatever I can to reach out the ones that wants to help. Now the other ones do not want to be helped. They want to keep the drama. Hey, y'all can keep that on that corner. Y'all stay out. But I said this, stand on it. You know, so I just want to say that and keep up the good work and just understand. And ladies, I want people to y'all to understand that we go through things too. We just don't say nothing because the way how society treats us, especially us as black men. So I'm saying if you're about us, want us to be better, encourage us. Don't be around negativity because we already got negativity on us. And you keep up the good work, and the brothers that in the chat, y'all keep up the good work too. And y'all, despite maybe I don't know y'all are being acknowledged. Peace.
Yo, appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I think that's a good point that he made because I think that, well, I don't think, but it is true that a large portion of males in general in this society, especially so-called black males, have been conditioned to be apathetic towards the next male. If you know what I mean, it's almost like we've been taught that, hey, we're men, we're supposed to just be strong 24/7. We're the leaders of society. And yes, we are the leaders of society, and we are supposed to be strong. Yes, but we're human at the same time. And as humans, we're not infallible. There's times where we are down, and sometimes we do need to pick me up. And sometimes we do need a listening ear. And more people within the male gender need to understand that about each other and stop being apathetic toward each other. You know, that apathy, like male apathy towards the next male, and just apathy in general, is a dangerous thing. You cannot be a human being in this world and be apathetic to the next human being. That is damaging to society.
I want to throw this in. I want to alley hoop it off for you. I just want to say this really quick. I think the problem we still have in society, you know, I know I make a little funny content getting at men sometimes about bullshit that they say, but I think one of the biggest thing that I've always advocated for in my real life, especially, is being able to be vulnerable. Because a lot of the times, take it from someone who deal with depression, I don't feel like talking to people. I don't feel like asking for help. I don't feel like dealing with certain things. I keep shit to myself. So if I dare to come out of my shell and I communicate to you as a fellow man, or maybe it might be a woman, right? You should take that as that's really showing a lot, because especially as a man, like we don't feel like we should have to do that, which is the reason why a lot of the times men go through ways of coping, whether that be through sex, alcohol, marijuana, drugs, and all these different things to cope with the fact of the matter that they're not dealing with what's inside them. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I always stress vulnerability only because I'm not telling you to tell your business to everybody that's around you. Not everybody needs to know your business, but the ones that's close to you, when you really feel like you need to voice your opinion or voice what you're going through, go to them if you trust them. You know what I'm saying? I've had and I understand it's a streaming and shit, but on a real serious tip, I did make sure that when it came to the Brownstone powwow, like, this is an open gate for people to express what's on their mind. You are allowed to say what the fuck you feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to block people from that, you know. But seriously, in real life, like, you know, people, like, especially men, we need that. You know what I'm saying? Because too many times bottling up that emotion, be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna just do my shit, whatever. Fuck it, I don't care. You do care, because if you didn't care, you wouldn't let it force your emotions like that. And so, yo, I even advocate for this, man. It's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist. All right, like, I know a lot of y'all niggas be like, nah, I'm good, and da. Like, bro, it's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist. There's nothing wrong with seeking help for mental health and stuff like that. You know, getting in a situation, and you'd be surprised the stories I heard from men about the things that they went through. So it's nothing wrong with, you know, going to someone close or seeing a therapist if need be.
You know, the crazy thing is, It's kind of like therapy needs to be rebranded for Black people or something, you know? It really does, because what we're not realizing is some parts of it work for us and some parts don't. We definitely have to be somebody. It's best to get a therapist that looks like you. Let me say that first and foremost.
True that.
Looks like you.
Agreed.
Huh?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
If you're a Black female, you probably need to be talking to a Black female therapist. If you're a Black man, you probably need to be talking to a Black man, you know, like yourself, a lot in common. And the reason why I say that is because you need somebody.
Gender.
Huh?
What?
I was saying it could be like if a man going to see a female therapist and vice versa. What about that?
Seeing a what therapist?
Opposite.
A man seeing a female therapist and vice versa.
Some people do that, but the reason I would say is because there's certain conversations you can't have. I remember I had a female therapist once in my life, and I just couldn't have certain conversations because she's a female. So there's just certain things that I don't feel comfortable with speaking to a female about in my personal life. So I don't recommend it. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but obviously as a man, you want to be able to express what you feel openly as a man. And of course, any therapist will tell you, no judgment, whatever, but there's still that block. Like, me and May is cool, but I'm pretty sure May wouldn't want to, like, if we known each other in real life, I'm pretty sure May probably wouldn't want to know the in-depth conversations about what I think about women. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably wouldn't. You know what I mean?
If you got a female therapist, you got to realize that she's going to bring her Black and femaleness to the conversation.
Yes.
She's going to read certain things as a Black female. And you probably need a Black man who actually can relate through your eyes. That's right.
Because the thing about it is, it's still going to be that tension. It's still going to be that tension in it, because it's just like, no, like, as a man, this is my opinion, and you still gonna be like, well, but and you can't really do iMessages because you know how therapists are. They have to do they can't do certain things, right? But at the same time, it's just a perspective. Because then I'm going to say, no, you don't understand, or you don't get it, or that's not what I'm saying, or no, that's not how I view things. So it's going to be a tension. It's going to be a tension of entrance is what I think. I just say so.
Yeah. But the rebranding of therapy definitely needs to happen for the Black community, because I think a lot of us think of it's like a place of weakness or whatever. But I see therapy as maybe we need to change the language around it. We need to change what we the lingo and stuff like that, and rebrand kind of maybe what the purpose is. Hollywood has always made it like, wealthy Brainbird people who are falling apart and they're on drugs and they're kind of bored in their life and lost, and they just get on the couch, and cry their life away and complain and bitch. That's the image that we get when we think about therapy. But in reality, I've been to therapy 3 times in my life. I'm a very big advocate of therapy.
Yep.
Therapy is something that when you wake up and you feel like, fuck, that's when you need a therapist.
Yeah.
But not only that though, man. Like, it could be real big accomplishments you made in your life, right? Or something happened to you this week that you feel really great about. It might be stored inside you, and you don't know who to talk to when that shit happens. The therapist.
So you're saying through good and bad?
Yeah, I don't like feeling like when I go to see my therapist, it's mainly about what I'm going through, or me being depressed and this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. Like, I want it on both angles. Someone that I can literally talk to besides my friends. But there's sometimes I in my opinion, I can't speak for everybody else. Sometimes it's just things that you don't want to say to certain people that you don't feel comfortable with. And when you have someone that does no judgment because they're licensed to do so, sometimes you just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna tell my therapist about it. I'm gonna get it off my chest, because they cannot judge you for it. You feel what I'm saying? So if it's something that's happy that happened, and be like, oh shit, yo, I sat there and got a big promotion or this, that, and third, and blah 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 and stuff like that. It might be something. I'm not saying that's probably a bad example, but there's certain things you might have made an accomplishment. You'd be like, oh, I feel great about this, but damn, I don't really want to tell everybody my business like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to my therapist and talk.
But see, even that.
Let me hold.
I don't know about all that.
I'm sorry.
Let me know what it is, I guess.
All right, hold on, y'all. Go ahead, Wacky.
Okay, and just being able to vent, right? And finding someone that's going to listen to you eases a lot of stress within you. And people don't understand how important that is, because when someone goes through a lot of things, especially if a person goes through a lot of trauma, and it's a lot of, like, most people have a lot of built up anger within that they try to hone and try to keep it inside in order to remain calm, not realizing that still cause a lot of stress and a lot of tension within the body. So being able to find someone to vent to eases a lot of that. It's very healthy to see therapy. So, like May said, and Bronzebird stated, is that so-called Black people needs to be more open-minded and have a different perspective when it comes to therapy and see the many benefits of it.
True that. You know what I mean? I all I'm saying is, mainly through good times and bad times, I recommend a therapist, because again, it's what Wacky is saying about being able to vent. Because you know those times when you have pent up anger or there's something inside you and you just need to let it out. Therapy. You could go to your friends. I would never tell you that your friends is not a form of therapy. But the point is, especially as men, what I hope can decrease as time goes on in this society, as fucked up as it is right now, that especially Black men learn that you don't have to cope with sin or cope with other things that'll pull you down more than it'll help you. You know what I'm saying? And those type of things cause an addiction because you didn't deal with what you dealt with inside. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just am a big proponent with saying, like, yo, therapy, yo. And if not therapy, yo, who's your homies? Who's your friends? Who you got? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be a little bit nice. You could do the YouTube panels, but to a fault. You can't be doing toxic ass panels for 8 to 10 hours, and all y'all niggas talk about was this chick. The fact of the matter that you had a content creator that was talking about some chick back in the 80s about how he got done wrong, and you still talking about it as a preface to sit up there and tell these men about women this and women that, nigga, you need help. I'm just saying.
I'll say, when it comes to YouTube, if you want to vent, make a solo panel and vent, or make a pre-recorded video. Do not go on panels with other people and try to vent, because there's so many narcissistic / sociopathic people who try to benefit off of that.
Amen.
And try to make you feel even more miserable. There is a certain populace of people on social media who they're miserable themselves, and they want to make other people miserable or even more miserable than they already are. So they target vulnerable people. So I like BGS, for example. He's one of those types of people, right? So I suggest that if someone wants to use YouTube as a way of venting, do it by making a solo panel or making a pre-recorded video, and just speak solo and just let your whatever you have to say, let it out by yourself, solo.
Yeah, and don't say nothing that you don't want somebody to weaponize too.
Yeah.
Good point. Yes,
because remember, anything you say can be used against you, man. And it's like I talked about this earlier on the panel, the situation that happened out in Vegas. You know what I mean? And not necessarily saying like, you just got to be careful, because you never know. You never know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. But I just, there's so many different things I could talk about. And I just be advising to men. I just be like, yo, therapy, hiking. I be advising mad shit. I be like, yo, y'all should do this and y'all should do that. But true that, man. The only point that I'm trying to give to people is saying this: being able to have a place or have a thing that you can go to let out what is it that you feel inside. Your own therapy. You feel what I'm saying? Again, if you don't want to do therapy, you don't feel comfortable talking to someone, find a muse. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe in. Find a muse. Something that makes you happy, something that can, keep you afloat, keep you at balance. Find your solace. That's what I believe in.
Mhm.
That's just me. But yeah, shout out to you, man. I'm gonna do an air high five towards you because that shit.
What?
I'm just laughing because it was just like you didn't even do when you went over to the panel, you didn't even really do anything to them to get triggered. They just naturally got triggered off impact. And then, you know, MOT is like, and when MOT tried to talk, kicked off the panel. And I'm like, God damn, that I'm getting at people getting at me in the chat. And then I told you that dude, I guess that's from the Bronx, threatened me. And I'm just like, wow, you threatening me because you feel some type of way about something I said.
Threatened you?
Yeah, you threatened me. This motherfucker said something about something about I'll be your huckleberry. Yo, you can meet I live in New York City, so what's up? And so I sat there and I said, bro, is that a threat? He was like, yo, you can meet me at Grand Concourse, 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. And I'm like, yo, you okay, Brody? Why the fuck would I want to meet you off of a chat?
See, man, I'm trying to tell you, Bronzebird, you got some people out here, they don't got nothing to live for. They don't got nothing. This is proof, right? That's proof. Yeah,
exactly. Like that shit crazy. All because of something I said in the chat because you disagree with it. Like I don't even know what I said. Like I'm just sitting up there saying shit. I was like, all I was saying in the chat was women, and I said a couple other things, but goddamn,
you was birding though. You were birding though. You were definitely birding.
Yeah, I was trolling. Yeah, I had to do my usual troll shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just, I was on a trolling mission. And I succeeded.
You were doing a good job. You were doing
a good job. I succeeded. You know how I get down. I told you, motherfuckers sometimes like, yo, Bronzebird not a troll. I said I am.
Yeah.
Look how motherfuckers getting their fees when I come around.
Yep. That's the sound of a troll. If somebody's crashing out around you, yeah, you're trolling for sure.
Trolling. They crash out. It's just like, yeah, see? And then motherfucker highlighted my comments on the screen. I was like, yes.
Right, they don't understand how trolls operate, right? They do not get it.
I love when you highlight my shit. Put it on the screen. I enjoy that. So
get mad, turn up.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about your gynocracy more. I'm gonna keep on sitting up there saying the bullshit in chat. And nobody timed me out, which was great. Thank you for not timing me out.
But I'm glad you brought up the whole therapy thing because that's the first thing I ever told BGS. I said, BGS, you are a healer. Whether you realize it or not, you are a healer. You have the ability to lead these men. Now, the quality of these men and what they got going on, everybody's valuable, right? Mm-hmm. They may have a whole bunch of problems. I don't know what's going on with them. They seem to like the down and out rhetoric. That bothers me. But I said, BGS, you could change the energy. Don't you see that? You could actually give these men stuff to heal them. And you can still keep a crowd without the drama. Because if people are actually making progress, they'll keep coming to you. You say you're a master teacher. Take that same knowledge, flip it around, give them the positive. Stop giving them the negative. Like, he knows what I'm talking about. He plays like he doesn't. And he keeps saying, I'm just here to teach the information. I'm an agnostic. I'm like, but you know for a fact that you could give these men the hope, the guidance, and actually help them elevate their lives because they came to you for that. They clearly don't have anybody if they're on the internet looking. Okay. He won't do it.
He won't do it.
He won't do it.
Because he got his cult following.
He can keep his cult following, but let them have some hope. These niggas is beat up bad, man. They're beat up bad.
Beat up real bad, yo. Like, I'm just sitting up there like, yo, bro. So every time y'all come across a woman, your first instinct is just to insult her and then say things that's not true. And then on top of that, you just want to sit up there and say, yeah, I can't wait till a woman don't have a job and blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, damn, Brody, like that's how you feel? Like, don't tell me you like that in your real life, yo. Like, do you have social skills?
As smart as BGS is, he can't sit there and think that's healthy for them. That you walking around with the downfall of people.
He has people kissing his ass. Because the reason why he enjoys it is because he knows he has people kissing his ass. That's why he enjoys the fact of the matter. Like, these men, everything I say is gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like it's like one of those type of dudes when you empower and control, you let motherfuckers. Yeah, you know, I don't even know how to say it, but AB, for example, it's just like that's the shit, bro. Hey, hold on. Brian King says, holy fucking pathetic. People from YouTube contacting people in the real world associated with my brother trying to find some juicy morsel to use against me. That's fucked up.
I don't know who.
It really is.
Huh?
Oh, he got a wrench. He got a wrench. You know who he is. You know who that is.
Yeah, Brian King is cool people. So he's from another spot that I go to because motherfuckers
Oh,
still
okay.
think I'm in the Manosphere, but I'm not. I go to different places. Brian King is cool as fuck. He's always dropping jewels and information, but that's fucking stupid. Like, well, come on now. Like, have some respect. You know what I'm saying, people? The fuck. Let me not get off topic, but yeah, my whole entire thing is that exactly. And I just tell you all the time about my experience about how they was acting when the women was on the panel, especially Red. The way that they acted with that individual who clearly is like sit up there blindsiding you niggas.
Wait, hold up. Yeah, I gotta ask a question.
Really?
When you said the color, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about the same person?
Yes.
I was so confused last night. I was like, is this a troll of me? Or is this like fucking with these dudes? Or is this looking for what is going on here?
I didn't even see that individual in the chat, but I seen somebody commented, and I was just like, if they are in the chat, I'm just going to say what the fuck I think about them. I don't care.
There was a lot of it was like pick me energy going on, and I was so confused. And I was like, maybe that's a troll account because I'm blocked, and clearly you're blocked. But because I was on stage, I could see the comments, and I was just like, everything was like. It was like the comments was coming from somebody who's hardcore Manosphere. Every comment.
Yeah, I didn't.
What the fuck? What's that about?
I was confused because it was one person chatting. They kept adding, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I don't even see him in the chat right now. You know what I mean? So, but I was like, with that individual, like I said, like I already said my piece on them. I believe what I believe about them, and I stick to it. You can't sit up there and say that I don't know what the fuck, if they against or they for. But then they start their argument by sitting up there and saying, see, this was what's wrong with black men. You black man. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. You needed the fucking Manosphere to make your fucking content. And I stand on that.
I think it may be a rebranding. I'm not mad. I'm just saying I'm trying to figure it out because that pick me energy was heavy as fuck.
It was heavy as
was crazy.
Fuck. But it's a deception. If that person was really in the chat last night, it's a deception. Because the thing about it is with them, their whole entire thing is to make it seem like, oh shit, you see what's going on? Because that's about them making content off of it. You came in there, you said what you said, and then, since it's BGS and the rest of them, they'd be like, oh, yes, I got to cook. I got new content for tomorrow. I got a new live to do. Like, come on, fam. If it wasn't for the Manosphere, would you really have a channel right now? No.
Well, I've said before, my honest opinion, because I used to be over there laughing, kiki. I like to go places to laugh. I just like laughter, Yeah. And wherever it's a shit show, I like to show up, until it gets ugly or stupid, and I got to go. But I used to be over there and I used to be super chatting, and I was with, and not even on a sisterhood, but just like whatever the conversation is, it can go funny, it can be whatever. And I'm like, for the shits. And then that came a time when that guy with the purge,
Yeah.
When that whole thing happened, I ain't gonna lie, that shit just turned my stomach. I was just like, that ain't cool. Like, nah, the way you doing, dude, like the brand is fucked up after that, okay?
Nah, I lost tons of respect for that person after that. Lost tons of respect. I didn't have respect for them before that because of the situation that happened before that between them and I'm gonna just say a DJ. There was a situation that happened and it was just on some snake shit. And then when you realize what their behavior is, they go against the women that they declare as pick-me's. So when this situation happened with the purge dude, I was like, I lost respect because it's just like, this man actually helped you out and you going to shit on him like that?
Right.
You said you were so fucking ungrateful. And the thing about it is you just going to go back and forth and sit here and cause this damsel in distress and this, that, and third and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yo, I don't believe your fucking story. We talk about, the men do this, that, and third, and be like, this is why niggas act the way they act. No, bitch, this is why niggas don't fuck with bitches like you. That's the reason why. Because when y'all do grimy shit like that, y'all wonder why these men act the way they do towards women.
Right.
Y'all wonder why. Because you do
It's
some
not even
snake
about
shit
him being
like
a
that.
man. It's about him being a human. Do you see a human that you mistreating? Do you not see a human?
Mistreated him for nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
I saw a human being being mistreated, and that shit turned me the fuck off. Your whole brand is fucked up because lots of people saw the same shit, and don't nobody want to go over there and laugh with you no more. And I said it on Queen's panel. I was like, she literally being light skinned and bubbly and high pitched voice and a little bells and shit. She had something different going. I don't know how successful it could have been. I don't know, but she had something different going for a female, you know. And she fucked that whole brand, all of that up because she tried to drag dude for 6 months everywhere she went.
Word.
Huh?
Then just for 6 months, and then got mad because he started defending himself and he started, you know, reacting back. Like, yo, you caused a demise. Yeah, you caused a demise. And then that person got mad at me once and gonna come over here and talk about, oh, you was talking shit and blah blah blah. I said, it's Bronzebird, baby. If I got something to say about you, I'm gonna fucking say it. It'll cause me to get in trouble.
You gotta be mad with them to tell the truth. I can tell the truth and be okay with you.
You know, and like I said, with my platform, motherfuckers come on here and diss me. Do you ever see me sit up there and say, well, fuck you, and then crash out? No.
Crash out.
Do you see me crash out over here? Hell no. Who's the main one that always be talking shit in my chat? Fucking Sugar Bum. I never time out. Because I think she's hilarious.
She be talking shit.
She be talking shit. I think she's fucking hilarious. And I find her funny. Panthro be talking shit and calling me Gay Bird. I don't tire this motherfucker out. Fuck you calling me Gay Bird for? Like, you know what I mean? That's the point.
I saw that and I was like, what does he say? I just ignored it.
The motherfucker get that from somebody else that was saying that goofy shit. But my point is just that the disrespect that you did and you airing out dirty laundry on that man, like that's not no commit. That's some sucker shit. And I just gotta say it, and it just be like, yo, I don't rock with that shit. That shit wasn't called for. It wasn't cool. And I just think at the end of the day, this is the reason why certain men is gonna act the way they should. This is why you'll probably find the panels like BGS and the rest of them. Because it'd be that one incident that happened, you air out that man's dirty business, and he ain't the same no more. You're like, yo, all these bitches is the same.
Right.
So when I did try to be nice to one, when I did try to be nice to these women, they fucked me over.
Well, I think she messed up her brand, and she can never go back again.
Never.
A lot of people saw the same thing. Nobody thought it was cute. She thought it was a flex, maybe, but it didn't work. It backfired, and she got, from my understanding, she got blacklisted from everywhere, like blocked and not allowed and not on the panel, rejected a lot of places as a result. Just that whole energy, you know, you can just fuck up your whole energy with some shit you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like, yo, it's foul play when you have to do that to somebody because it doesn't prove anything. And you know, it's like this is why I always say when it comes to interactions on YouTube, especially if it's personal, make sure you leave that in private. I've always believed in that. If I have a conversation with you in private, I expect it to stay in private. I don't want my shit out there, just like you don't want me to talk about you. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's just respecting boundaries and rules. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I didn't like about the situation. Because how was you sure that he was comfortable with you doing that or you saying that about him? How do you know that?
Clearly, none of his feelings mattered about any of it. I mean,
none of it did. None of it did. None of it did it. And that's the thing. And then now it's like, oh, well, why me? Why me? Type shit because of what you said and what you did. You'll never own up to it.
The way it was done, and it was just
the way it was
grimy.
done. It was grimy as fuck, and that's just I was like, yo, that shit is not called for. And you know, it is what it is. You reap what you sow, type of shit. But that's.
I said maybe you should go on a vacation and take a break from the internet. Go. Like literally Jamaica something, take a break because you're losing something here. And she didn't listen to me. So she just kept on going and kept on going. And I haven't been back over there. Like I was done. I ain't spending no money over there. I used to spend $5-10 every time I go over there, you know.
Yeah,
I like, you know, if something's funny as fuck to me, I will be, you know, I tip constantly when shit's funny.
Yeah.
That shit dried up. I ain't been over there. And I don't look. I don't care. It's kind of like a lot of people would write you off forever, and that's not good, you know.
Yeah, no, they will. That's the crazy shit. But yeah, man, I guarantee this is gonna be a short stream, so I'm gonna jump down soon. But thank you, May. First of all, May, congratulations for going over there and regulating shit. You feel me? You were MOT. I enjoyed that. You know what it is. You put it on the community tab, and I was like, you know what? Let me check this shit out and see what the fuck is going on. Because I might have thought, I was like, maybe Big J might show up, but I was like, Big J ain't gonna show up. Let me
I'm
see
glad
what
Big J didn't show up because you know what, BGS got like 2,000 different ways to deflect from having a real conversation. He tries to keep it, and when you finally get to a place, you see how he dropped me when I got logical, real logical.
Yes.
I said, oh, this is the point you dropped me because I'm too logical. Because he swears women can't like think at all, like women are just dumb, and I'm like, do you not see that men have choices and they're empowered and they can pick what they want? And if they don't pick what they want, then, you know, the best, that was a choice they made. Can they take accountability? Can we actually see that men are real people with real outcomes? He ain't like none of that. That's too logical, you know.
You know, you can't be too smart.
Right.
You're a woman. You're just dumb.
You're violating. You're violating. Yeah.
So I have to mansplain to you what goes on.
BGS gets a kick out of me though. That's the funny thing, because he always lets me up, and the reason why he always lets me up is because it gets the man riled up, and you see how many cash apps come $100.
Yeah, you contribute to this, so he ain't gonna deny that shit. You gonna be like, I'm entertaining your bullshit for a little bit, but I can't stand your ass. But if you making
after an hour, I'll make about 500 because you brought your ass up here, and then drag your ass on back where you came from. That's how that go. I do the little dance with BGS. I ain't mad with the old man, but I swear to God, I'm just like, do you see how powerful you are? And you could direct it in a way that you can keep your audience, but actually help these men. Teach them how to pray, something, you know what I'm saying? Teach them how to, since you got their attention, teach them how to have self-esteem. Teach them how to pick nice women. Like there's some real practical shit. Teach them how to go get some therapy. You know what I'm saying? It's 1,000 things. He could actually do like a thing of saying, you guys, we're going to do a challenge. Everybody go get your health checked. And here's a, fucking program. We're all going to get our prostate checked. We're all going to get a coloscopy. We got a 1 year, get it together, best health for Black men program. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
I want to do it.
Man, he could do that. He could be revolutionary.
I don't want to fucking do it.
He could do so much for them. Yeah. But I appreciate you, Bronzebird. I'm glad you was in there flapping them wings.
You heard I had to fly in and cause a ruckus.
Yeah, you did. You did. All right.
Peace. Oh man, great fucking show, man. Nicely. How do I end this soliloquy with a good note, man? Corruption is real. What's going on? You at the end of the show. I'm gonna say this, man. Like, social media is not worth your life, man. You know what I mean? Always make sure that you put your mental health first. Never let people online make you do something that you would regret. Keep it simple, man. I don't know what else to say. I mean, sometimes we crash out on YouTube. I'll admit that. I'll be the first one to admit. As much as I try to say I'm a troll, yo. Sometimes, bros, dudes crashed out before. I'm gonna just say that. People got me a little bit annoyed, and I'm just like, all right, you annoying the fuck out of me now. Shut the fuck up. So, I'm gonna just say this, man. It's really important about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I want to make that known. I also want to say that, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. The only other thing I was going to say is AI shit, and just be like, you got to understand how AI is coming. Otherwise, the only thing I can say besides that shit is, I just got content coming. I'm at last time I checked 963. I think I'm at 965 now. So look, listen, keep liking my shit. Tell people to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yo, I want to make this Brownstone powwow to the point that people can't even get on backstage, B. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy this platform. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I love doing this work. I ain't even monetized yet. I am gonna monetize, but that's just when it comes around. YouTube don't like me because I do a lot of copyright music. So this might be a copyright music stream. I ain't gonna even put that into the universe. I hope it's good, but I hope everything be cool. So anyway, look, men that's watching, this is specifically for y'all. Take care of each other, man. It's really important. And you know, make sure you're doing your due diligence to be good in society, G. Bronzebird loves y'all. You know, thank you to all the people that came up in the Brownstone powwow. Thank you to the bird watchers, the people in the comment section. You know, thank you to everybody who supported, man. Like, thank you to everybody who be coming through. G, I don't even have much to say, man. Like, real shit. But before I get on out of here, you know what I love to do. I like to play my music, so we're gonna keep it simple with one artist that I like to play all the time. That's what the fuck we gonna do, man. I don't even feel like wasting time. Let's just prep this shit up. Yeah, I understand. So until next time. Let me see if it's gonna go. Peace, man.
OLASEGUN.